That's me thinks. YouTube folks, don't forget to hit that like button. I mean, it is up to 10 likes with 24 people watching, but that means another, like, 14 of you can hit the like button. So I think we get into this quickly today. What do you think, chat? Can we get a sound off? Twitch chat, say hi, YouTube. Just for the marker, for the VODs. And I'm going to go over here, click this button, and start the background recording. So for the video version of this, I do have, it's about 40 hours of footage so far. So it should be a relatively easy edit, which is cool. I did a little bit of outlining last night. So if we finish this fort today, I would say I will probably have another video out in the next 2 weeks, which will be cool. And then I think we'll do this fort video before I do the adventure mode one, even though I've already started working on that one. Mostly because I kind of want to hold that one. Hold it. Until adventure mode releases proper. Because I think that it would be kind of cool to have a big adventure mode like within a week, maybe the week before. Whenever they announce the day that it's going to go into the main branch, assuming they do and they don't just push it. It would be neat to have that ready to go and matching that. Because, like, might as well. So much happened yesterday. Yeah, yesterday is when things started getting kind of hairy. So who here missed all of yesterday's stream? You guys want to recap? Simply put, we had were creatures. We had Ettins, giant. We had a multiple forgotten beasts. We had multiple sieges and undead. We are now we now have 9 necromancers in the fort. And one of them is Cog. Just about everybody in the fort is cave adapted, so there's vomit constantly. There is we are draining a portion of the lava sea, which I'll be working on today. And what else? We're draining a portion of the lava sea. Oh yeah, we have a bronze colossus. So I'm kind of thinking it would be really fun at the end of the fort to do 2 things. Flood the fortress and release the bronze colossus. What's the fastest way to steal and transport a whole library of hundreds of books in adventure mode? Big mount. I would say there is no fast way to do that in adventure mode, but just get like 5 horses, and then just put all the books onto their backs. That's what. Just put all the books onto their backs. Oh yeah. Also, we had 2 forgotten divine retributions. Holy crap! So Claiborne, how many hours did you stream? Because you were on last night. Did you stream all night? Because I saw you live this morning. Motherfucker, how long were you? You were on for 15 hours? Good God. It's like me in the old days. Even I don't do that very often anymore. Go to bed. 15.7 hours. I'll be honest. Even like as recently as the end of last year, or maybe even the beginning of this year, I did a couple streams where I just kind of streamed for 10 hours and then went for another 4. But not in the summer. Not when it's warm and nice out and when the sun's up late. Like that's like winter vibes for me, where I'm just like, well, I'm still awake. I've been streaming for 10 hours. I'm just gonna go get a snack and we'll do another 10. We'll do another 5. It's fine. And then just go right to bed afterwards. Jeez, man. Oh yeah, lots of lava oopsies. Mysteriously disappearing dwarves. Yeah. Oh yeah, we made copies of a Necronomicon. That's another thing we did. So it's been busy, shall we say. It's been busy. But thank you so much to the lovely, illustrious, wondrous, glorious Clayborn himself. If you guys don't know C1 Iborn, C1 Iborn has been around the stream for a while. He's a member of the community and also streams the video games. He sometimes plays Dwarf Fort and then just like gets distracted by, I don't know, whatever the fuck, multiplayer survival crafting game and just goes off and does that for 10 hours. So I would say like, go give him a follow because you get some, you never quite know what to expect. Sometimes he's playing a fucking guitar and it's a good time. Sometimes he also took part in the Dwarf Fortress Hot Potato last year. Actually, we got several Hot Potato alumni in chat right now. We got Padinsky, we got Clayborn. I hope we can do that again next year. I really hope we can. And I said that about the last one. It's like just a small enough event that it might not happen every year, but we were able to pull off a second year, so maybe we can pull off a third. Although the number of like consistent Dwarf Fortress streamers has gone down in the last year, so maybe not. We'll see. Fingers crossed. The RimWorld 1 is happening soon, though. But I think it is time for us to hop into some of this point of view challenge, which sounds silly. But it's a yeah. The organization for that one is happening. I won't be taking part, but I'll be pointing people at. I'll be pointing people at the RimWorld charity event when that happens. Woo. I'll be helping behind the stream sometimes. New emote? You haven't seen that one? Yeah, that one kind of snuck in. I need to pester Cooler to get the other bubbles made into emotes. Anybody who watched the last news video may have seen all of the bubbles. We've got a cursing one. We've got a thumbs up, a thumbs down. Few. Bedtime is called for. Yeah, you have a good night, dude. Sleep well. All right, so for anybody who's just tuning in from Clayborn's stream, we are building in a fortress called Paddleboats. Paddleboats has a time limit on it. When we hit 10 years, the fort's over, okay? We will hit 10 years at the year 394, and we are at 391, which means we're probably going to finish this fortress today, unless something wild happens. So... Claybo, he's blind without his glasses? Oh, why didn't he have his glasses? Who stole Clayborn's glasses? That's me. So let's do a brief tour first. The rule of this fortress, yes, it's a boat with a shantytown. The rule of this fortress is whenever the fortress is unpaused, I have to follow one dwarf, who is the glorious, the illustrious Baron Cog, Cog Tongue Portals, also known as Nolmistum, and the Baron of the Laborious Hollow. Apparently his role changed because we claimed a thing, which is a kobold cave that I stole and took over, and also a necromancer. We made him into a necromancer because we were worried he would die. And they keep telling stories about the old laws. The old laws were laws that were enforced by a necromancer king back in the year 18 something. It was like 186. And they kept on telling these stories about the old laws and how these oppressive laws then got reverted by a new king after the necromancer king. And we decided that now that we're a necromancer, we have to bring back the old laws. So the old laws are no one's allowed to die. That's against the rules. If you die, you get put into here, and we try to bring you back. It's a whole thing. Generally, the dwarves don't like it so much, but you know what? It is what it is. The old laws must live strong. And because we've brought back these old laws, we're also, doing our damnedest to, make everything good and happy, right? So whenever the game is unpaused, I have to follow Cog. That is the rule. We're watching Cog as his life evolves and how his thoughts change throughout the years. And this is great, in theory, until there's fights happening, because I don't know where the fights are happening or if we're winning. It makes it really hard to do things like pull levers to close drawbridges, because what if I crush 10 dwarves or my entire military? So there's lots of possible chaos. We're at war with goblins and 2 necromancer towers, and we are on a Untamed Wilds biome with a terrifying connection part of it. We just built a what do you call it? A prison. So we're getting a bunch of dwarves chained up who are all, well, this one's repentant, so that's good. How about you? You're interested in hateful. Oh, that's excellent. You're guilty. Well, that's good. And this is going to be the captain of the guard's office and dining room, which we're going to set up in a little bit. Of course, you can name dwarves as well. That all of those naming rights are still allowed. How goes the House of Death? I think I unmade the library. Yeah, I did. I'm going to remake the library because I wanted to slow the spread of the necromancers, but you know what? To hell with it. So let's bring back the House of Death, which is our library. And then we're going to scroll down. Scroll down. We'll give you a dwarf in a second, Bastet. Something we discovered right at the very end of the stream is this. Because I was having problems getting dwarves from one place to another. Turns out I'm just dumb. And it just wasn't in the burrow. So I'm going to have to fix this. Now, I'm going to fix this by putting a door here and locking it. And then going all the way up here and just building walls on either side of this. Should be fine. But if we go down, we will eventually hit the lower cavern layer. The lower cavern layer down here is where we're doing some farming and where we're putting all the animals I don't care about. And if we go down to the even lower cavern layer, we'll get to here. Now, this is notable because I built this reservoir right here to make glass, right? Which filtered some lava into here. And I noticed something, which was the lava was draining out of here. So this hasn't happened yet, but these have been set to be pumped. And these are going to get dug out. And once these are dug out, and these are pumping, this is going to go this way and off the map. So I'm going to try and drain the caves a little bit more. And then all I need to do really is I have a lever I need to pull up here because I was going to pour water into here, but I had to stop for reasons. It didn't go the direction I was hoping it would. So I'm just going to tell them to pull this lever. This might be in the burrow. Let's check. No, it's not. Okay, so let's add this to the burrow and just pull that lever, right? Pulling this lever will stop this from flowing. And then I should be able to safely dig up to the edge of this. And hopefully diagonally dig into here and let this start making this layer into obsidian. And then we're going to have this pretty dope cavern layer. Potentially. You want to beard this time and call him Bast? Do you have any preference on job? We have a lot of miners. And engravers. So that's the current state of the fort. Any questions, chat? We're also on the air. We're in the late spring 391, which gives us 1 month and 3 years until the end of the fort. You're also in an area you're not supposed to be in, Bastet. So this dwarf, who Bastet just claimed, shares intimate details of his life without sparing a thought for the repercussion or property, and he is sloppy with his living space and finds a chaotic mess preferable to the boredom of harmonious living. He is very stubborn, and he tends to ask others for help with difficult decisions. He is somewhat fearful in the face of imminent danger, and he doesn't focus on material goods. He often feels envious of others, and he tends to be a bit passive in discussions, and he's bothered by this since he values friendship. He could be considered rude, though he finds the rules of etiquette to be valuable in the abstract. He's not particularly interested in what others think of him, and he is moved by art and natural beauty, and he is troubled by this since he dislikes the natural world. He doesn't try to get things done perfectly, and he has an active imagination and can handle stress. He talks very quickly when he's nervous, and he needs alcohol when he's he needs alcohol to get through the working day, and he doesn't really care about anything anymore. And he dreams of mastering a skill and personally views decorum as a ideal and is deeply offended by those that fail to maintain it and does not respect the law. And he likes trifle pewter and short swords and bracelets and the sight of the intricacy of glittering, and when possible prefers to consume elk, cave lobster, and guava wine, and absolutely hates brown recluse spiders. You're a former member of several religions. So you have religion ADHD, I guess. And you used to be a member of the Constructs of Shocking. No longer, though. You're a member of the Stoneworker and the Engravers Guild. And you were dejected upon wearing old clothing. Well, I guess we should get you new clothing then at some point. You have a big family, and your niece lives here. And that's about it, as well as several friends, but no spouse. Welcome to the fort. What causes a fort to become capital? The king arriving, or the monarch arriving, more specifically. I think I'm just going to shrink this area back on this side. Because I may try to claim this, but it's just not a priority right now. All right. So the named dwarves in the fort currently are Stealth CT, Dominoc, Bastet, or Bass, and there's a lot of not named ones. Neezer. None of the military are out right now, so I should have all of them in here too. Devilish Potato. Salt Catraz, who's our captain of the guard. Merlin Buff. Murfist. Stillanitis. Who I need to check, actually. Emperor Iron. There's another one. We got several zombies. That happened by accident. Geotrack and fortunate accident, I should say. The old laws shall prevail. Tel and Artho and Shogun, as well as Stoned Hobo. And wasn't there a child named something? There's Anchor, who has an interesting story. Plenty of upset kids because their parents keep dying. It's horrible. And Disco Dwarf Dork at the back, who's behind my camera. If I missed somebody, let me know. I think Dominoc's in here. Yes, there's Dominoc. I've definitely missed that one. And I need to check this dwarf. So the reason I need to check this dwarf is because he's the Contingent Shank is his full title. Dude's been busy. Did you die? I think you may have. We did lose a lot of dwarves. Oh, no, you didn't. I just didn't see it. Which is why I was like, if you had a dwarf that I didn't read, like, let me know. Sol Invictus is also still alive. You don't have a king, though, but you became a capital. Did you leave a, did you retire adventurers there? I wonder if that bug's still happening. I know that there was a bug for a bit there where if you'd retire a fortress and then bring adventurers there and reclaim it, you'd almost always become a capital. Well, did you bring adventurers there, though? Was the question. I'm just going to check for ghosts real quick before I do anything. Because we had quite a few ghosts for a minute there. Oh, also, there's cave ogres. Haven't seen these in a minute. Look at these dudes. Blind cave ogres. Sometimes goblins can bring them. It's exciting to see them. That's all. Very exciting. Also, seems like we discovered the remains of a forgotten beast. Rip Obi. I remember this thing appearing. Well, that's a shame. I think it's time to begin the fortress. So currently, this dwarf is training, and the reason he's training is because I want him to clear his martial training need. I can also take this barracks and just make it part of the tavern, the Salty Paddle. So that he can get served drinks and stuff while sitting in here. I don't think we'll ever get the eat a good meal need cleared, but... Also, just a little PSA. This isn't a demand for money. This is just a PSA, I swear. If you are considering cheering bits today, cheer it in 300 bits increments. Because then Twitch will add an extra 30 cents onto it. 10%. So this fort started, or the challenge started, if you want to call it that, in the year 384 when this dwarf arrived, summer. So we need to get to the year 394, summer. We're currently in late spring of 391. So 3 years and a month. Half a month. Which we should be able to clear pretty quickly, I think. Although a child was just found dead, so that's good. Lots of terrifying things have happened recently, if you're not familiar. But in a few weeks here, I will be able to check. I don't know why these existing conflicts keep popping up. This is kind of concerning to me. It's like we keep getting random fights happening. I'm a little bit worried about this. Not gonna lie. Oh, shit. I was aiming for the 15th, but we passed it. So, on to the 20th. You're back? What happened? I unpaused. That's what's happened. Why not making Sea of Magma for the boat? Because I would have to pump it through a... What is it, like 10 Z-level aquifer? And I'm not going to do that. Because that would take a very long time when I can only pause and unpause in 5-turn increments. Sorry, but my time is worth more than that. So why not do that? Because of the constraints of this run, YouTube chat. Because fuck that. Digging through it with a 1-tile wide stairwell was already almost too much. And more of that would be way too much. 2 dwarves have been a dwarf has been missing for a week. Excellent. Yeah, dwarves are just randomly dying, and I guess presumably getting resurrected. Because the population really isn't dropping. And I know that when things become zombies, they're considered missing. So that's fun. That's fun. Okay, so where did this child die? Oh, great. Okay, well, you died. Maybe it was a cave crocodile that did it? Very well could have been a cave crocodile that did it. I'm just gonna bring my main squad down here to just clear up any problems that show up. Okay, it looks like tomb is happening. Are things going into a tomb? Yeah, okay. I think I found the culprit. I think that child that was found dead died to this mangled cave crocodile. So I will just set all this to be dumped. And also, another thing I'm going to do is go below this. Go to right here. I should have done this a while ago. I'm going to do 2 separate refuse piles. This one right here is just going to be for clothing. It's going to be a none of this, none of this, none of this, none of this. Wait, which one am I clicking on? Is that this one? Yeah, it's this one. None of this, none of this, none of this, none of this. And I will leave all of this. Well, maybe not anvils or armor. And then I will go up to armor, and I will go where, well, not armor. Where is it? Finished goods? Yes. Where? And then just say everything up to exceptional quality. Doesn't matter the material. So that's going to be for clothing. This is just going to be for generic refuse, except I'm not going to put skulls. Well, let's put skulls. Let's just not put shells. And shells are bones. Although dwarf bone, goblin, and elf bone will all go in there. Also human bone. But I won't put shells. Something else I want to select on this is man shells. Yeah, I want to put all the man shells in there. And then I'm going to go into this, and I'm actually just going to erase a few tiles here, and I'm just going to set this up as a minecart route. Track stop north. There you go. Do I have an extra minecart lying around? I don't think I do, but I can set this up at the very least. I do not have an extra minecart lying around. That's fine. But let's just load from here. And load from here. And we're going to load it with all refuse And all finished goods that end up in those stockpiles, except for the higher quality ones. All right, so that'll be easy enough. And then I can just do this and go to this and just say wooden minecart. Just make one. No cave croc for dinner? They refuse to butcher named creatures. So no cave croc for dinner, no. Although cave crocodiles are some of the most, how do I word this? Farmable creatures in the game because they have stupidly, massively, humongously, ridiculously large amounts of eggs. He's cleared his need to train, so he's now focused again. But he's just stuck socializing, so he can't really do much else. Which kind of sucks, but really is what it is. Crocodile eggs? Yeah, delicious. So I've just kind of left him in here so that he can clear a lot of his needs. Like, he's got a need to drink alcohol now. Fortunately, this tavern... Hammerlord's named something. Fortunately, this tavern has a whole bunch of tavern keeps in it. So the good news is he gets given alcohol pretty quickly, even though he can't eat it himself. The problem is food, which kind of sucks. But he's grouchy after drinking the same old booze. I guess we need to find some other source of booze. Maybe get the dwarves upstairs and gathering stuff. But yeah, I guess we need to set a couple of goals today. I mean, I mentioned earlier kind of how I want this fortress to end, because I think that it would be fun to just have it end as a, let's let you go other places and do other tasks for a bit. I kind of want this fortress to end as a, like, you know, just a calamity or an unfortunate incident, because I think that would be a bit of fun. But that being said, at the same time, is there anything specific you guys would like to see me achieve in this fort? I'm curious to know where you guys want to see this fort go by the end. Something that I think is interesting is he has actually managed to find a kindred spirit, who's Bim, who's the previous mayor, who's also a necromancer. So Dwarf tells the story of the formation of Amethyst Hall at Paddleboats in late spring at the Salty Paddle, and it's interesting. I like how they're also telling the histories of this fortress already. It's a pretty young fortress, but they're still doing that. Clutch size, yes. Laying in clutch, more instead of coming in clutch, right? How does a zombie behave in the game? It depends on the type of zombie. There's two main types of zombies. There's intelligent and unintelligent. Unintelligent are either neutral, evil, or friendly, and they don't really do anything. They just kind of stand around. Intelligent can be neutral, and they can be friendly. If they're neutral, they don't get a name, and they just hang around and don't do much. But they will attack things that attack them. And friendly, just join the fort like normal. And then ones that are against you just attack you. It's pretty straightforward. They really need a vertical flow screw pump? Cool, awesome. When I release the save file after this is done, you can build that yourself, Havoc. With the 5-turn restrictions. I would like to finish this fort today. I am going to try and flood the trench underneath the boat with water, though, from the aquifer. So there will be some water in that, but that's about the most you're going to get. I'm not going to do any screw pumping stuff, because that's just too much. It was a big enough pain in the ass to dig, like I said earlier, a singular vertical stairwell through the water, and I'm not going to... my sanity is worth more than that. You would have to pay me thousands of dollars for me to be swayed to do that, because I know how much of a pain in the dick that would be. And it has been over a year since the last time I made $1,000 in a day on a stream. So yeah, no, that ain't happening. All right, so on the 5th, I'm gonna memorialize Cole, I think. Oh right, I think I know why you're not moving. This burrow's still on. Gotcha. Well, now you're out of that burrow, so you can go do other things. Let's also turn this burrow off. Actually, no, let's not turn this burrow off. I should probably make sure that cavern layer is locked first. Because we don't need dwarves running off into the caverns. Hello, Fallout Rain. How is things? I think your dwarf died yesterday. You died in one of the zombie overflows. Also, frame rate got halved. Probably the fault of that cavern layer. Well, we'll have to sort that out. Or there's something fighting. Probably there's something fighting. Yeah, because there's a troglodyte right hand that's fighting somewhere. So somebody is fighting with a troglodyte, I think in the caverns, and they're probably resurrecting them repeatedly. I'm assuming it's got nothing to do with the ostriches. It's okay, we'll wait. At least you died in the glory of battle. Yeah, most definitely. I wish you would have lived longer, though. I always feel kind of bad when people name a dwarf and then they die like an hour later. No, well, we're down to 30 frames a second. The frame rate's been halved, but it's because there's, you know, fighting going on in the caverns right now. I did put this squad down in there. At the very least, our dwarf here is, like, making some friends again. He's friends with one of the militia captains and also friends with Bim. So that's good. Oh, there we go. Things are picking back up. Whatever it was, it seems to have calmed down a bit. Oh, we're not up to the 5th yet. We're sitting on the 4th. Also realize we're in a Twitch ad, but not much is happening, so... It's just listening to a story. Yeah, we're back down to 29 frames. Hello, RSG. How's things? Looking forward to hanging out in a couple weeks. And we're up to the 5th. Sweet. All right. They did, in fact, build this. So this... Chat, there's now a troglodyte hollow slayer in the caverns. Did you know that that could happen? Because I didn't. I'm wondering if somebody... Yeah, okay, you killed 6 troglodytes. I guess you killed them 6 times. Oh, wait, never... sorry, Fallout Rain, I wasn't wrong. You did die. Right, no, Maybe you died on that other timeline that I had to cancel because the main character died. No, you didn't die, Fallout. I was wrong. Sorry. My bad. Let's let these dwarves out of here. And before the turn ends, before the day ends, I will lock this door. Merlin, you've also got to get out of there. Come on. Get out of there. Go, go, go. Before the day ends. You twit. Well, you'll leave later. It's fine. Now, you've been a victim of the streamer's bad memory is what you've been a victim of. Let's see how this is going. Well, it's working. Excellent. We have a zombie here down pumping because you're never going to get bored. So now that this is done, we just need this done. And here's hoping that they will dig all the way through here and then channel down into this. That's what I need them to do. Is your dwarf still alive? Neither. Yes. It looks like you are an adult now. You are not happy in the slightest. Probably because your mom died. Although she did die of natural causes. I'm going to go down to here and we're going to engrave 2 memorials. Kosoth and Cole. This is the more important one. We'll just add everybody to the main burrow. And I will just call this... We'll just get rid of this one for right now. I'll remake it later. Let's follow Cog. Oh, actually, hold on. Let me just jump over here real quick. Get a tower cap table placed over here, a tower cap throne. I don't think I have much more. Yeah, I can, I think, do this and this. Ooh, an individual silver armor stand. Nobles need gauntlets and greaves. Copper gauntlets and copper greaves it is. Let's just queue up 40 charcoal, because I'll get that done pretty quick. Let's plop a door into here. Let's plop a chest. Nope, don't have a chest. This is an office that's now assigned to the captain of the guard. Let's see, is there anybody I need to imprison? Nope, doesn't look like it. I do have a singular cold case, but it's whatever. It is what it is. And what's a Hollow Slayer? A type of intelligent undead. They get random names for every world. So they might be a Hollow Slayer or a dark something or another. Fear the dark something or another. Except I will leave maybe one of these. All right. Not bad. Let's go over here and queue up some housing. Responsibility? Well, I mean, you haven't tantrumed, and considering how pissed off your dwarf is, I'd say that's pretty good. Because whenever people are just like, I want to be really upset, dwarf, I'm always like, oh boy. How long is your dwarf going to be in prison for then? There we go. That'll be a little bit of housing. I can go through this with some flooring too. I need to set this to keep building. You know, I really like that I can build, and then if I do this, it only needs one. But I really wish that I could drag this just over top of the walls and not knock it down without using DF hack. That'd be real nice. Dwarf Fortress is slowly getting there with the QQL, but it is slow. You were so sad that TwitchCon wasn't happening there again? I wish that flights were cheaper to San Diego. Because I like San Diego, but I'm not going to pay... Like, for reference, the cost of me going to TwitchCon in Vegas last year, RSG, was like $800, full stop for the whole thing. Flights, accommodation, everything. Then I did some other things which cost a bit more, but it was fun. It was worth it. Whereas TwitchCon in San Diego, getting there was the cost of my trip last year. It's like, man, I like San Diego. It's a lovely city, but why the fuck is it $900 to fly there? Like, fuck that. So yeah, no, it's funny because like going to TwitchCon in Rotterdam is like an additional $400. So it's like, go to TwitchCon in San Diego, which I've been to many times before, when it was cheaper, or just wait until next year and pay an extra couple $100 and just go to Rotterdam and bring my bicycle and be a bike tourist for like 2 weeks. I might just go do that. You wonder why flying there is so expensive versus there? Airline monopolies, probably. Okay, let's follow Cog. Flying's expensive. Maverick Johns, hello. It's good to see you. So this is from YouTube chat. I lost a fort to infinite zombie loop pretty recently. Did you lose it? Or did they... Because usually they stop eventually. It's pretty rare that they just kind of keep going. I think every, quote, infinite zombie loop I've had has ended at some point. It's just a question of when. But... I don't know. That's the sort of thing I would just snap and fix with DF hack. Where are you going, Dwarf? Oh, I see. This is still set to concentrating. Just go off duty. There you go. That's the problem here. There you go. Now you can go engrave those memorial. That's what we need done. Yeah, I need to figure out what's going on with the frame rate. Nothing's getting rezzed. There's got to be something stuck somewhere. It feels like it's recovering, though. How many years is that world is the question, I think? How many years is what world? This world? Zacher, hello. How you doing? Yeah, I have family that's like an hour outside of Rotterdam, so like I like like second cousins and great uncles and stuff. Correct, Thomas Tanner. Yes, in YouTube chat. But who asked how many years is this fort? We have like 3 years left, basically, because we're in early summer now. And that is when this dwarf arrived, so we have 3 years left. Do I like Euros? Yeah. Like, you'd be hard-pressed to find somebody who doesn't. It's pretty, like... It's like finding somebody who doesn't like a burger. It's just good food. Although if the frame rate stays at 27, we might actually have a problem. I do need to figure out what's causing this. Is there like a mass job canceling somewhere? I wouldn't do this, but you know, it's probably just the burrow. When I disable the burrow, that'll probably fix it. Whoa! Was suspicious having a mandate ignored? I don't think I've ever seen that before. Guess I didn't get the mandate done in time. I think we'll worry about places that I try when I actually know what my schedule's going to look like, but thanks for the recommendation. Also, there is miasma coming out of the boat. That's good, right? Right? And the frame rate went back down. It's probably the burrow, because the one time I turned off the burrow briefly, the frame rate spiked, so... Let's just wait until we hit the 10th. Who orchestrated the mandate ignoring? Yeah, exactly, right? Who's allowing them to ignore my laws? How dare they? Okay, we're making charcoal is what we're doing. Okay, we're up to the 10th. Let's check the first cavern there. Okay, are you getting put into a tomb? No. Okay. I would like to put this dwarf into a tomb. Oh, there's got to be some sort of threatening thing. Claims that they have a grave. All right. Sure. All right, well. This is going to get locked. And I'm going to turn this off. Because I think this might be the problem. Or one of the main causes of the frame rate issues. Gabbro. There we go. And then let's go down and check the caverns, the below areas. I think it's F3 or F2. Yeah, F2. Okay, so they are starting this. They haven't gotten to it yet. Zombie world population is going to run out eventually? What do you mean? Let's see if that fixes the frame rate. Actually, let's check this first. Go through and just unforbid all the... Really? Oh. That's a lot of store item in location. It may also just be them trying to get refuse out of the cavern layers. So my dwarves are locked in a burrow where they couldn't get into the caverns, right? It may have been them trying to get refuse and put it into the refuse piles that were not in the cavern layers. It could have been that. That's actually one of my suspicious possible problems that was causing the frame rate issue, because like just a shit ton of pathing jobs canceling were kind of showing up in there, so it's possible that had something to do with it. But let's see. 5 wheelbarrows on the body. Probably because there was a crocodile beneath it, so dwarves are running down and then they canceled their job. Maybe caused it. We'll see. Are we back up? Yep, we're back up. Okay, cool. You decided to call it fun and move on? Because I am a proponent that there is no such thing as FPS death, Zach, in the current game, in YouTube chat. The reason I say that is because I have not had a single instance of FPS death in this version of the game that I wasn't able to fix by, like, fiddling with it and waiting. So because of that, it's kind of a misnomer to call it FPS death, and I think a bit mechanically incorrect to call it FPS death, but... Okay, hold on, what the fuck? Oh, I see the problem here. Forgotten beast named Bax has come. A giant scaly raccoon. It has 4 short horns and it squirms and fidgets. Please don't be on the 2nd level. Its crimson scales are large and overlapping. Beware its deadly blood. That's not too scary because it is just deadly blood. If it's on this level, we may be in trouble, but I'm waiting for the 15th. And also, the humans are here to trade, who I threatened so that they would trade with me, naturally. All right, so let's go to here and just go up 2 levels. Easy. Okay, where's this Forgotten Beast at? Okay, so it's in the level where it can't get to me, and there it is. Although... Is this where I'm draining the water? No. This is where I'm draining the water. Why is the water drain? Oh, it must be fire. Something partially drained this area, and I don't know what it was. It's a little terrifying. Also, hello, Adam. 4 a.m. and you just gave up trying to dig directly down into a volcano by pumping a heavy aquifer and channeling. Yeah, that sort of stuff's a pain in the ass. It's possible, but you have to work really hard to do it. The infinite zombie world, if the world is older, there is more population, so there's more zombies. Older worlds takes more time to clear, probably. I mean, like, I've generated dead worlds before, but I don't think that there's... I don't think I've ever seen, like, a purely zombie world. A dead world is just a world that's, like, considered dead because there is... What's the word? So much, so little, like, living population remaining. So, that's the closest thing I know of to an infinite zombie world, but I'm also just going to forbid this rock so no idiots try and jump down there and grab it. Can also unforbid these. There's a fruit fly buzzing around, and I'm trying to kill it. I am winning the war against the fruit flies. There's less than yesterday, by the way. So, yay me. Okay, well, let's follow Cog. And actually, before I follow Cog, let's go here. Time to sell a lot of clothing, I think. I'm not going to sell the bell-shaped fabric skirt, though. That's just going to go to the dwarves. I'm going to sell all this stuff I'm not going to use because it's low quality and old. As well as all these random sandals and shit. A lot of dwarves are going to puke in this process, I think. And also, they can have a lot of amulets. A lot of amulets. And also bracelets. And let's also sell these because I don't need them. And I'm making glass ones, which are better. I think I need to make more meals. I seem to be running low on good quality meals. Although, coincidentally, we're also running low on dwarves because they're all, you know, becoming vampires. Or not vampires, necromancers, which limits their appetite, turns out. Kind of want to just sell these trap components because they're not expensive and I can. I think I'll wait for the dwarves though for that one. Can't sell the quivers; those were contraband in the past. Yeah, I think that's it. 95 items. We can do better. Let's do. Yeah, let's sell one of these. One of these bins that's just full of stuff. Skim it to make sure there's no artifacts in it. There's a book. That's fine. All right. I'm going to set Cog to be followed. And then I'm going to go use the toilet. I will be right back. Oh yeah, I have 3 fruit fly catchers. I set up my third one, in fact. I have 2 fruit fly catchers that I generally use, but when they get bad, I set up a third one, and they usually clear them out pretty quickly, but one of them had dried up, and I decided to make sauerkraut a couple days ago, which, you know, tends to cause fruit fly explosions pretty consistently. So I have a question, chat. Do any of you guys do themed runs like this? And do you have any favorites? After watching, whoops, I'm waiting for the 20th, then I'll read your chat there. Section of cavern has collapsed. That's water, probably? Yes. Oh. Well, that's kind of suboptimal. But maybe not the worst. We'll see how that goes. I just need to drain this, and then I can fix it. So I have a question, chat. Have any of you guys attempted themed runs? And if so, do you have any favorites? As I may or may not be starting to seek out ideas for the next run that I do. City and incoming? Yep, a lot of it. I'm just a little worried about potentially washing dwarves off the edge here. But I'm not that worried because the flow will be kind of slow. So our broker is here, and they're currently my broker's the mayor. I need to move the broker to somebody who isn't the mayor. Could give it back to, you know what? Let's give it back to Cog. Why not? Why not? Let's give it back to Cog. And let's check this. Captain of the Guard needs a dining room real bad. Let's just do rock table, wooden chair, glass box, and glass cabinet. And let's do 30 of each. Ponce, thanks for the raid. Were you Agent Mythologying today? I saw Cody live, so I was wondering. Fully croc fort bird. Oh, like bird, like people fort. Fair enough. Animal people runs. Woodless run. Do you import beds? Can you import beds? You're not supposed to be able to, Havoc. You're not supposed to be able to get migrants on an island unless there's cave access, which means they're coming through the caves. Oh, so like your only livestock are birds then. Or whatever. That's kind of interesting. If you guys don't know Ponce plays a variety of competitive multiplayer video games generally, or really hard single-player video games. We were talking about League of Legends earlier, and Ponce was once famous in the League of Legends times. I recommend giving Ponce a follow. Ponce is good people. This will be the Captain of the Guard's dining room, I think. And we'll give him some windows. This down here is still mostly suspended, so a lot less store item and stockpile jobs now, which is good. Let's throw some doors in. Yeah, now I'm just like running through my head if like, can you import beds? Because if you could import beds, no wood would actually be kind of fun. Like settle in the desert, make a pact to build on the surface. Like, no wood. Honestly, if you want the isolated island experience, you kind of have to just set your population cap low. That's the way to do it right now. It is kind of weird that you can get migrants through rivers. How many necromancers are we up to? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, so we've gained 3 more since I reopened the library. One of them is pissed. It's haggard, even. I think I can go to this, and I can add a minecart, which is probably going to drastically increase the number of jobs down here. Because once this minecart arrives, all this stuff is just going to start getting chucked. That's pleasant. I'm sure that's also pleasant. Well, shit. Let's also jump up to the surface real quick. I'm just going to get rid of this, because this is going to become a liability. All right. Now I just need to follow Cog. Until it's time to trade. You don't get why beds have to be wood? Because this game is designed to fuck you over in the long term? You've never heard of this League game? Fair enough. A few hours, you have to go lie down for a bit. Enjoy your lying down. Because this game is... Okay, so it's like the same reason... That's lava. It's the same reason that... you cannot filter items out of bins when trading. This game is designed to make you make mistakes. So it's designed to irritate the elves. It's impossible to not irritate the elves if you have a large fort, more or less. Or it's supposed to be designed that way. It's supposed to be very hard to not accidentally trade something you didn't want to trade, either like accidentally selling an artifact or accidentally selling a something made of wood or animal products to somebody who wouldn't like that, or accidentally selling something that is set to not be sold so the dwarves get arrested. This game has intentional limitations in it because the developers of this game are meanies, basically, is the actual answer. I don't know if that's a satisfactory answer, but that is the actual answer as I understand it, because I've had it explained that to me by Zach and Tarn before, of like, there are limitations to intentionally make the player make mistakes. I'm just going to let the game run until the 25th, and then I will hard pause because we are in an ad. Where all of the 7 starters had to be royalty? Ooh, boy. An axeless fort would be an interesting challenge. See, I've done forts where I just want to be friends with elves, and all I do is import wood. I'm going to tell you this. It's a little annoying for the first year having no beds, but you get some beds from your wagon, your starting wagon. And then beyond that point, it's just a matter of like every time you trade with the dwarves, you request wood, and it's not that big of a challenge, really. It's not. I'll say that unless you add more stuff onto that, it's not a challenge to just import wood because wood doesn't weigh that much. Something like no charcoal and no lava for forging would be harder because it's heavy. So if you want to import wood and you tell your home faction to bring you wood, they'll bring a lot of it. They can just stack that shit in the wagons and the on stuff. But ad break time should be equal body break with Hen Johnson, make load method, get up, move around, blood. No, thank you. Here's the thing. I'm healthy enough. I don't need to like stand up and break the actual stream itself. I'll keep talking. Mick Trumbles, thanks for the brand new Prime subscription. Chat, can I get a round of beers? Please and thank you. If you want to stand up and walk around during ads that you're seeing, if you're not subscribed, then by all means. But I'm doing okay. If an adventurer just dropped a bunch of wood in the fort. No. No, it wouldn't. That's a workaround. But, like, you could also just import a bunch of wood. I feel like that would be more tedious than it's worth, though. Unless you're also bringing interesting adventurers with you. Bring that clear glass just to have some rough glass around. They brought a reindeer and a billy goat. Well, that's not interesting. They brought blueberry. They brought some barrels I can take. Oh, shit. A fancy silver warhammer. I'll take that as well. I will also take as much of the cloth as I can afford, which is all of it. Excellent. And did you bring any plants? Ooh, you did. Food, meats. I'll buy all of the leaves and fruit. And all the fruit. I'll buy that. I'll buy that for a dwarf buck. And I'll buy your books, cheat, and further musings copy. Okay. And, that's the value split that I'm going to give them. And done. They seem ecstatic. Oh, that's good. They cleared out my trash piles. And I need to check this. Excellent. So it is working. Yeah, this is fine. It's not even too dangerous. Awesome. So probably what I'll do is once this is mostly obsidianed, we'll go down a layer, channel this whole thing out, and do it again. Might as well just dig through these. And also go down to here, just for my dwarves' safety, kinda. Well, actually, let's just go here. Block this off with whatever. Block this off. With these. Block this off with these. And block this off with these. And dig along here. And into here. That'll do. Do just fine. Currently, the issue is you're on a volcano island in the Arctic. I mean, that's fine. I mean, if you're getting basically, if you're getting traders, you have no limitations on the stuff that you can acquire, more or less. Yeah, I don't know what I'm going to do with this area down here, by the way. I have no idea what I'm going to do with it. We'll figure something out. We will have to figure something out. Still have tons of tetrahedrite I'm digging out. Oh, also, didn't this cavern layer have iron in it? No, not... What do you do, Bex? Right. You know what? What if I did this? And then sent the points of justifying down here. So we're going to turn this into a fortification and then park my mark swerves right there. Let's just check their ammo. Yeah, they all have ammo. I can update their equipment too. Seems fine. All right, let's jump back to Cog. How many years has it been in regards to waiting for migrants? Angolithum? Are there any ghosts? Oh, good thing to check. Yeah. Just friendly ghosts, just friendly zombies, it looks like. Also, I caught some ostriches, apparently. Actually, I should finish up these bedrooms. Bedroom, multi, done. So I got tons of dwarves that are in desperate need of bedrooms. Fortunately, zombies and necromancers don't really need bedrooms. They just get a happiness boost from it. Darius, why are you so pissed? Be less pissed, please. And up here, let's do shale. And shale, except for that middle tile, which I'll change in a second. Come on. Put a singular clear glass tile in there so we can see down. This is going to be the dining room for the captain of the guard. I will queue it up first. Done and Cappy. Do we have any crimes? Nope. 4 rounds of no migrants. Yeah, then you're not getting any. If it's been more than 2 years, you're not getting any migrants. But it seems like you knew what you were getting into when you settled on this island, so... It's kind of luck of the draw if you get migrants on an island, is the simple version. If Forgotten Beasts have a breath attack, can they aim in the same level? As in, like, Deadly Spittle? Or fire? Or webs? Yes, only the same level. Oh, finally you put your crown on. Silly guy. But if they are like a deadly dust, it's all directions. Same with gas, then it's all directions. This is the thing that's starting to irk me about this fort, is I don't know what's considered an existing conflict, nor do I know why they're all constantly entering existing conflicts. But it's all of the dwarves. There's something happening that's causing existing conflicts. The dwarves now have a few facts about ostrich training. Excellent. guess that means I can butcher them. Also, did you get an injury or something, or are you just carrying something heavy? So you seem like you're moving slowly. And it's not the frame rate. Take you off mining for right now. Also, hello, Creed. What's up? You like to theme your forts one guild, one temple for worshipping a god religion related to that guild, and you don't limit much, just having a main focus, and you always try to get to 500 population. Yeah, that's something we could do, is just see how big of a fort I can make and just focus on moods. If I were to make a size-themed fort, what size should we go for? Can you release PBE champion vid? Recently, the Total War streams. Did you know that Ponce is local and we drink whiskey? You're driving to Squamish looking. Ah, okay. What you doing in Squamish? For work stuff? I feel like 500 would be a nice round number, and I've gotten close to that before. I got, what was it? Machine Waters up to, whoop, that's the 5th. I got Machine Waters up to 430? I think is the closest I've done to that. So, I feel like 500 would be doable. I wonder how okay, so if I were to do like a population goal for it, should we set a year limit? Like, can I get a population of X number by this year? 10 by 10 map size? Why does the map need to be so big? Maps, like, you could have like 500 dwarves in a 1x1 map. Oh no. Just make your pop limit 20 per year? You know, I've always been, like, hesitant to do vertical maps because fights in them are kind of annoying. And to me, they just look weird. You see, because, like, map size is what causes slowdown. That would get extremely, like, slow. Here's the thing. I won't really do maps bigger than 6x6 because for me, like, I'm okay with pushing the game's limits. And I'd be okay with doing a 10x10 map. But if I'm trying to get 500 population, I don't want to do a 10x10 map because that would run at, like, I'm going to guess here, probably 10 frames a second on my computer. But 1x1, I think, could be doable. One bedroom on every floor? One bedroom? No, it would just be like bedrooms this big, probably. I think 2x2 would be... I think my biggest problem with 1x1 is it would be kind of tricky to edit. Like in a video format. Like, I'm just thinking about that. I'm like, I don't know. It's basically the whole floor would be in every screen at all times. Am I really out of copper? No, I'm not. I'm just not seeing it. Let's do... Don't have any chests yet. Do I have any cabinets? Don't have any cabinets yet. Okay. I think that's going to be a nice little dining room for the captain of the guard. Let's see how they're feeling right now. They're relatively happy. They just need their dining room to be higher quality, which I can do pretty easily by just throwing some engravings on the floor. Yeah, I liked the checkered board. Let's stick to that. And follow cog. Yeah, there we go. Existing conflict again. Yes and no. Well, here's the thing. Bigger forts are better for frame rate to a point. Because when you go, like, because I was saying no to the 10 by 10, basically, right? Like, 4 by 4 is generally the best, which is why it's optimal. 5 by 5 isn't going to have much effect. 6 by 6 isn't going to have much effect. 7 by 7 starts to have an effect because the map is big enough that dwarves will cancel jobs halfway through walking across the map, which starts to impact things. And then you need to, like, massively spread shit out, which can cause issues. So when it gets big enough that dwarves cancel jobs trying to get, like, to give you an example, in Godly Tombs, it got to the point where it would take, like, literally 4 days for a dwarf to walk across the map. I was having dwarves getting thirsty because they had to refill a trap. Right? And that's bad when you start having jobs get canceled doing that. And I'm not really willing to put that limitation in, to be simple. Like, I don't get that there's, like, diminishing returns in the benefits of size of fort pretty quickly. Still had a readable minimap. I mean, they kind of do. I don't like non-square maps. I guess for some people, like, their OCD bothers them because, like, this isn't symmetrical. Non-square maps bother me. They just look wrong. I just don't like them. For me, 10 by 10s don't cause FPS. Like, I've done 10 by 10 maps before, and I've never had FPS, like, death level problems. Like, I've never gone down to 0. But what does happen is when entities spawn into the map or enter the map, whatever term you prefer to use, I find the game starts to hitch, which isn't really an FPS death. It just goes down to, like, 2 FPS for, like, 10 seconds to a minute, and then it goes back to full speed, which, while that isn't bad or unplayable per se, it's certainly unpleasant. And that's usually enough for me to not want to do it. It was very constricting. Oh no, it's literally like a 1x1 is like, you can see the whole map when you zoom out. It's basically like it would fit into this square. It's just like a square in the middle. 1x1 is very small. Where's Cock? There he is. Oh, he's reading Orbslick, which is a location. I was going for the 15th, but I guess we're going for the 20th because I was zooming in and out. Has you wanted the waterfall between elves settlements? Okay. Yeah, well, we had Intelligent Undead yesterday. Do you remember that big fight that happened outside Vakruk? Because there was a fight that happened close to the body stockpile above ground during the last Goblin Siege, where a bunch of dwarves got caught outside, and now we have a bunch of Intelligent Undead. The problem that we're starting to have is conflicts are just happening, and I don't know what's causing them, and that's causing stress for a lot of the dwarves. Like, it's just random existing conflicts. But the collapsings are coming from the lava level. The lava level! But we're talking about themed forts for the next run, which I'll start next Tuesday, by the way. Because tomorrow I'm going to do non-Dwarf fort stuff. Probably some Odd Realm. Let's just jump down to this. Okay, good stuff. We're working on it. We're getting through it. Piece by piece. Nice and safe-ish. Water is flowing, which is good. I wonder if I'm actually draining this pool or if it's like staying full. I don't actually know. Oh wow, we are. Well, that's interesting. Also, so do you guys see the problem here? What's in the middle of the screen right now? What's with, like, the really thin maps, Zacher? Ogres? Yeah. They have a direct way into the fort. They just go down these stairs. Just down these stairs, all the way down these stairs, down to here, and then along here, and then down these stairs, and then they're in the fort. So I'm just gonna do this. You know. Some shale. Some wall pieces. You know, remove that problem before it becomes a possible actual problem. Because undead ogres are no fun. Although I don't think they'd be able to get through this. I think they'd drown. So they're probably just going to kind of come in here and then go up to here, probably. Just stand here. So I could... Also, it looks like these dwarves aren't able to shoot this. Damn it. Man. Come on. Why couldn't you have stood there? Okay, well... What if... I dig this out. And smooth this. And then get these guys to... Well, actually, I'll just cancel their station right now. Let them just go do other things. And then I'll try and fortify these three. And then just get them to shoot him there. While Cog continues to just sit here and read books. Seems fine. Is that an artifact door? No, locked doors are just indestructible. You know, so I need to test something. I think locked doors have always been indestructible. I think people just never locked them in the past. Or locked them less. Because in the past, if you locked a door and a cat got stuck behind it, it would make your frame rate go to 0 in version 47. So everybody goes on about doors being indestructible. I've had doors ripped off hinges when they're not locked. I'll be completely honest with you. I think that might have always been a thing. And we're just like Mandela affecting ourselves into thinking that it wasn't. I need to go back to version 47 off stream at some point and just look. Because I think it might have always been that way. Also, we're just going to let it run until the 5th because I want that love. I want that, I want the lava stuff to be in better spot. No, they can't open locked doors. They can pull levers. And they can break down doors, but not locked doors. Who you honking at? I'm walking here. How you doing? Tolas. What's up? How's things? Building Destroyer 2 can break locked door. Yes. But I don't think Forgotten Beasts are generally Building Destroyer level 2. I feel like they're only ever level 1. I could be completely mistaken, though. Okay, so we need to make, like, 100 pairs of pants. Basically. Because he's very upset about his clothing. At least he's clear. Oh, really? Reading books gives wonder. Huh. You know, it's funny. Like, I'm learning a lot of things, actually, about mood mechanics that I never knew doing this. Like, this hasn't been the most exciting playthrough for me, and it's been kind of frustrating at points. but it's been very educational. I won't deny that. The only thing I've just seen destroy a locked door in this version is a demon. And the only thing that I've seen, although I do know for a fact in older versions, nothing could topple a hatch cover from below, which is why I used to always use hatch covers from below to stop demons. They get happy about tombs now, too. I haven't seen that, even though this dwarf has a tomb, but supposedly, yeah, that's a thing. Maybe I just need to give him a higher value tomb. Remembering being attacked by the dead. Well, you resurrected him. It's your own fault, man. Speaking of, I should probably place some slabs. We'll wait until the 5th, though. Artifacts are untoppleable. They're not unbreakable. So, like, if it's not a lava-safe artifact, you can throw it into lava. However, if you throw it into lava and it catches fire, it doesn't destroy it, even though it's gone from your playthrough. It'll reappear on the surface if you adventure there or reclaim the fort. Let's check for ghosts. Holy crundles, that is a lot of crundles. I love the fact that I have a friendly troglodyte hollow slayer. Friendly undead troglodyte reporting for duty. I think... Where are these ogres, is the question. Okay, they don't seem to be that interested in this. We call him Troggy McTroggles the Troglodyte. The thing about old Troggy is we need to see if good old Trogs decides... Actually, I should... This one. This one should be stairs. The thing about old Trogs is we need to find out if Trogs is gonna go kill things, because if Trogs kills things, we may have another dumb one-off character here. Like, do you have any kills history? No, he doesn't. So like, if some Crundles walk by, I want to bear some witness to the slaughter of old Troggy. All right, so there is iron on this map somewhere. I think it was over here, wasn't it? There it is. Magnetite. Looking for more of it. It's probably not a ton. There's some. There's some. Yeah, it seems to be in the diorite levels. There's some. So we should probably start mining that out just so I can get some iron. Yeah, this seems to be the most accessible level. I'll just go through here and do a bunch of digging. And I will set this as auto mining after it's all dug out. Or whatever we find, rather. I doubt there's any down this way, but there might be. That's fun. Oh. That's interesting. I was like, why is there fire here? It's a weird spot for there to be fire or like heated stone. Fucking excuse me? All right, we'll just let them work on that. That'll be fine. That's not even... 100 artifacts isn't even remotely difficult. You'll just do that with time. Like, learning it's really hard to get a dwarf to force a dwarf to acquire a new item. I think that's mostly this dwarf is very greedy. That would be my bet. Wouldn't it be grand to just take my life off and do nothing for the rest of my days? Wouldn't it? Wouldn't it be grand there, dwarf? Wouldn't it? I'm just going to let the game run. We are in an ad, but if he starts to move and do things aside from read books, I'll pause. Also, YouTube chatters, don't forget to click the like button. It does really help me out. And also, as a reminder, I'm going to go see King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard here in Vancouver tonight, and they have been live streaming most of their tours. They don't schedule the live streams, they just pop up when they go live. If they post one for this stream, for what's it called? This show, I will link it in my Discord server, which can be found here. And from there you can find that. Only use artifact chests and wardrobes. I haven't gotten a single one of those in this fort, and I have a lot of stoneworkers and engravers. I don't think that would be fun. That would just be, except that you're going to have an exceptionally messy fort. I could do like an only importing furniture kind of deal. Like only make weapons and import furniture. But I think for me right now, like the only one I think I'd be willing to do would be no beds, but then I'd just extend that to no wood in general. Like be friends with the elves or something and raise animals. But I think when it comes to themed runs, the stuff that I'm looking for that's interesting to me is either stuff that dives into specific mechanics for the game, because like that's what this is, right? It's me following a very specific mechanic. And I could see myself doing this again following a family, like a married couple, so that they have kids. Just so that we'd have a couple people that we could follow. And I've been really enjoying this portion of that. But I think what I'm looking for is less of a you're build a fort, but you're not allowed to make this type of furniture, or build a fort, but you're not allowed to. You have to use only this thing. That's less interesting to me than trying to push the game in weird ways. I'm intrigued by the idea of trying to get 500 dwarves, though, or even 500 dwarves on a small map. Like, I'm intrigued by that idea. I think that could be interesting. Let's pause. So I've got two things I gotta check. I gotta check. Oh. Huh. Where did the beast go? Chat, we lost the forgotten beast. He ran off. He found the ogres. Sorry, I had to check just to make sure he didn't make it down here. Where did you go, Mr. Beastie? He's gone. Okay. Gonna eat these two ostriches. $500 dwarfs, no beds. Yeah, I would just import beds, though. But, like, I don't see how that makes it more interesting, Creed. I mean, it would make it impossible. Well, not impossible, but it would make it... See, to me, that just makes the run annoying, right? Like, not being able to make beds would just make the run annoying more than anything. I don't know if you guys agree or disagree with that, but... It's there? Where is it? Oh, there it is. You are correct. Huh. Killed some trolls, too. He's pretty far away now. Well, that means I can just fortify this. Which is good. Because then if something gets stuck to the store again, we can just kill it. I don't really want to make a new world yet, though. I think I'm going to probably play in this world until stuff is added that requires a world regen. I'm just way too attached to this world right now. Like, that's just a me thing. That's got nothing to do with, like, fort themes or anything. It's just, I don't want to play another world. I like this one. Kind of attached to it, okay? Do we have any chests yet? Nope. Do I have any cabinets yet? Nope. Making all this stuff out of glass was a mistake. Am I just out of sandbags? Is that the problem? It's definitely possible. Yep, probably. Probable even. How are we doing on cloth? Well, I actually have a decent amount of cloth now. Okay, so let's do 50 yarn bags. Maybe not 50. As he queues up 50. And then I'm going to look up Cog and see what clothing do you need, Cog. I will queue up 100 of each of those things. So you need a shirt, you need socks, you need a robe, you need trousers, you need shoes, and you need gloves. I'm just going to screenshot this for my own sanity. And then just go cloth shirt, cloth sock, yarn robe, yarn shoe, leather glove. And let's just do 100, 100, 100, 100, and then I'll lower those bags down to 20. And then finally, 100. Then we'll follow. Mr. Beastie, yikes. Unfortunately, he is the lad who knows how the YouTube algorithm works best, generally. Not possible, 404. Well, possible, but exceptionally unlikely and mathematically improbable, meaning it would require dozens of restarts, so no. I'm not a shiny hunter for a reason. Like, period. I'm good on the vampire fort front. I've done vampire forts before, and they're not fun to play. They're, like, worse than necromancer forts. Why do I have green dwarves? Well, they're turquoise or cyan, not green. Those are intelligent undead, so they're zombies. And then this is a necromancer, one of the ones who made them. Forgotten Beast is fighting with a Minera. That's always exciting. We're making ostrich leather gloves. That was fast. I only just slayed those ostriches. So we store items in the stockpiles, mostly boulders. I'm not going to use DF hack to force gnomes to join a fort, so no. Basically, if it requires the usage of DF hack, I'm not going to do it. Because that's not using the game's mechanics, that's cheating. Like, I'm okay with cheating, but we'd have to base an entire fort on that, and I have absolutely zero interest in making a fort out of gnomes. You managed to domesticate giant cardinals thinking you could use them as mounts for your army until I realized that you can't have mounts? Well, I mean, you could still use them as part of your army. I guess you can't war train them, but... Oh, just giving all the drink you have to the gnome. Oh. I'm sorry, I misunderstood. I mean, that's usually what happens in gnome forts anyway. That's funny. There's always no Moria. Why? No Moria sucks. I fucking hate kobolds, and kobolds make people weird, so now I'm good. I don't want to openly attract furry weirdness in my chat, and kobolds do that. I went from enjoying kobolds to absolutely despising kobolds. So I'm good. Basically, if you say, fort that is not dwarf main population, my answer is going to be no, probably forever. You personally blame Warcraft 3? Fun fact, I've never played a Warcraft game. I watched my cousin play Warcraft 2 once for about 30 minutes, and that's the extent of my Warcraft experience. I did play StarCraft 2, though. Oh, sorry, StarCraft 1. And a little bit of... I played StarCraft 2 co-op in mods once. And I played a bit of StarCraft 1. Most of the Terran campaign and half of the Protoss campaign, and then I got bored. Yeah, I'm kind of with Zach Schroeder in, I think that's how you say your name, or just Zach in the YouTube chat, who's saying, I keep coming back to the 500 dwarves in a 2x2 embark idea. I'm okay with that. I could do, oh, we have a ghost. I could do that, I think. I think we could make that work. Remember how earlier I said, if it's a non-dwarf fortress race, if it's not, if it requires DF hack, I'll add to this. Or modding the game? No. I don't want to play non-dwarves. I'm good. You can do that all you want. I'm playing dwarf fort. Evil gnomes can be fun. I really like it when, like, traders show up and then just, like, all of the booze in their wagon just gets drank by gnomes and then they run away. And then you're just like, well, I guess I'm paying for this booze now. No, it's fine, 404. It's just, you need to realize that you're just going to keep getting no's from me. Good evening, Tom. We are loosely discussing what we want to do with the next, with the next fortress, which will start on Tuesday. So I'm kind of like taking ideas, but if it requires modding the game or using DF hack, the answer is going to be no. I did that like last week. Well, a little over last week. Shadow Warrior. I'm talking about fortress mode here though, not adventure mode. So what does like non-fortress mode stuff have to do with adventure mode exactly? The thing is, I generally don't like the animal people. Mostly because they're really fucking boring and have no real unique mechanics. If and when they get proper mechanics, like Tarn talked about in the most recent Future of the Fortress, where he's saying like, you know, like, because they're supposed to be like nomadic tribes, right, that move around the world. If and when they get original mechanics for them, I will be significantly more interested in doing stuff with them. But until then, they might as well not be in the game as far as I'm concerned. It's always neat when they show up, but that's about it. I don't really have any interest in trying to base dwarven mechanics on them because they're not dwarves. They don't get those mechanics. Do I have any slabs I can place? Not currently. Is there any other ghosts aside from that one? 2. No, there isn't. How the heck? Oh. Well, that's awkward. So, Forgotten Beast, I guess, walked back over here, and there was two dead cave ogres lying here that it killed. And I guess while they were building this platform that I was prepping so that I could, you know, use this as a functional thing, they chiseled through this and saw the Forgotten Beast, rezzed the ogres, and the ogres, I presume, killed it? Huh. Yep. Cool. I'm just gonna cancel these construction jobs and give my Marksdwarf some training. Are any of you guys necromancers? It's fine. Whatever. Yes, I already queued up the... Oh shit, a cave floater. You don't see these very often. Look at these guys. Look at this guy. It's a cave floater. It's a floating pod with eye stalks. It can spray poison and gives off poison gas when punctured. You've never seen one? Really? Yeah. They're kind of dangerous, actually. What else do we have? Giant cave swallow? Yeah. All right, let's, okay, so you know how boats have like an ornament at the front? The Bronze Colossus is our boat ornament. Kaz, thanks for gifting a sub to Prismatic Flux. Or for continuing your sub from Prismatic Flux. I misread that. Thank you. Appreciate you. Do you want a plushie of the cave floater? I want a plushie of the flesh ball. A boat figurehead? Hood ornament. That's what I'm calling it. But sure, you're definitely right. Let's do this. Just make 100 of these. And see if we have any demands. We do not. I just can't export swords or greaves. Okay, well, that's easy enough. Got 2 dwarves in prison right now. Dwarves feel pleasure near fine restraints. Just moving all of the birds that are not in here currently up into here. All right. Dwelling upon wearing old clothing. Well, we're working on getting you new clothing, okay? Not judging, but wrong. Okay. That's fine. Unless you're talking about the restraints thing, because yeah, I know exactly what I said. This concerns me. It's joining an existing conflict. Although, apparently we're currently fighting with the corpse, the rotten corpse. So I'm sure this is going to be real bad for my Marksdwarves' morale, but we'll have to check in on them on the 10th. 10th of autumn. Also, are we going to trade with the Mountain Home this year? God, fuck, I wonder. Because it's been a while. I guess not. A force of vile darkness has arrived. But I can't pause the game or do anything. Oops, where are you? So they're just walking towards us. Bunch of snatchers have arrived. Stealth CT, the minor necromancer, has been found dead. Guess he was caught outside. We're up to the 9th. And the 10th. Pause. Send them out here. I'm presuming all of these guys have run out of ammo. Nope. Well, I need them to stop doing what they're doing. And just leave and go upstairs. Because clearly, they're not doing a very good job of shooting bolts at them. I need to get them into a thin walkway. I might just ignore this problem. Although, it may be difficult to actually ignore them. So let's put a door there so they can't see them when they go up and down the stairs. Okay, it'd be like Godsmack, but more dirty. Rice, Aroni. Okay, so I got a bunch of dwarves just like standing right here. Where's the goblins? Are these guys fighting with them? Okay, so the Goblin Hollow Slayers are fighting with them. Huh. So this was the dwarf who died. Okay, where is the majority of their army? There isn't many of them. Yeah, we'll be fine. Things might get a little laggy, though. Let's also turn the burrow on for right now. And then just follow Cog. Catan was found dead, the dwarven child. All right, who's ready for a whole bunch of dwarves to die? Check Trog Hero. Yeah, we can do that on the 15th. Murfist has been found dead. He was one of my hunters. Rest in peace, Murfist. Wasn't Murfist... Oh, no, Murfist was in the military, but left it. Seems like there are some corpses fighting in there, too. Look at the population. It did go down, so... It's definitely possible that all of these dwarves are just dead. Well, the siege is over, so... We're on to the 14th. So I guess that means I can send these dwarves back to whatever they're doing. Disband squad button. I've gotten so good at not clicking that button. Okay, you're not an undead, you're not an undead, and you're not an undead. I'm going to check and see, are there any hostile undeads on the map? Nope, just Zuntir's childlike ghost. Which I will plop up here for some reason, because I feel like it. All right, let's try and resurrect some zombies. Because Meng, Murfist, and some child are all here, and that's 3. Let's just go down to corpses. Scroll down to you. Corpses. Scroll down to you. And then you are the last one. Yeah, that's correct. And then we're going to bring Cog and Friend here. This lever can get pulled and then linked to you. And I just need to lock that door and do the thing. Let's just make sure that the burrow is off again, which it is. Really needs confirmed dialogue. It really does. I completely agree that, yeah, okay, I'm just going to make rock cabinets. I don't know what's up with my... Oh, duh. I'm like, why is my glass industry not working? It doesn't have enough lava in it. Of course it doesn't. Okay, well, I can fix this. That's easy enough to fix. Yeah, I can easily fix that. All right, well, fine. Turns out my whole, like, pumping scheme here kind of screwed my lava capacity. Also, this can stop. Screwed up my lava industry. But I can let them continue working their way through here because water's still flowing at a good speed, which is good. Have I seen the journal on the DF merch page? You don't know if it would be your thing. I mean, I have bullet journals. I will be honest with you. I haven't bought any Dwarf Fortress merch. All of the Dwarf Fortress merch I have has been gifted to me. A friend gave me some at PAX, and that is the extent of what I need. I'm not much of a, like, merch purchaser person, mostly because I live in Canada, and merch is redonkulously expensive if you live in Canada. And so while it's a neat idea for Dwarf Fortress merch, it's not something I personally have any interest in purchasing. So we're just gonna wait here now until there's 3 bodies on these pedestals. And also I'm gonna need to bring a squad down into here. Probably this one. Raw adamantine, praise the miners. Excuse me? Oh, I guess that was probably us digging into the other half of the letting more lava in, probably. Okay, so that's 1. The cat got off your hands so you can type again? I would just move the cat. I guess this is why I'm not truly a cat person. The Outpost Liaison has shared some tales from beyond Paddleboats. Oh, that's fascinating. Also, that's good news, because my faction has arrived to trade with us for the first time in fucking years. Is somebody gonna come and put a body on this? I think there we go. Okay, so I can now pause. Because we're on the 20th. Looks like they brought a decent amount of stuff, too. I'm just curious, what rumors did they share? So the mountain home is all the way up here. So it looks like we are attacking the Goblin Dwarven Fortress. The Goblin captured Dwarven Fortress of the National Nightmare. In fact, yeah, multiple of our fortresses are attacking stuff. So what are we attacking here? Oh, that's traders. Or is that them coming to attack us? This might actually be like goblins attacking. I wish the lines were different colors based on the faction. So which one was that? Where did that come from? Or maybe that's just the traders is what that's representing. Well, that's cool. It's good to see that there's actually, like, movement happening up in here. Bring your blind to work day, everyone. That's certainly a thing that you could call it. Okay, well, let's get some trading up and running while we're waiting. Like just damaged armor and such. Damaged clothing. I am making new clothing right now, so that means that there will be a bunch of damaged clothing popping up. We said that we would sell them a copy of the Necronomicon, which I would like to do. We'll sell them one copy of it. Did it ever actually get bound, though? Oh, I see. Chad, what's the difference between a codex and a codicy? And with a ICS? Is it like singular versus... actually, it looks like it's singular versus plural. So I'm going to keep my 2 pale metal bound versions of the Wizard's Guide to Mortality, I think. I'm going to keep that, but I will sell the original to them. The question is, what was it bound with? It was kind of a pinkish color, wasn't it? Oh, right. No, I do have to sell one of these because the other one is on a pedestal, so I can't sell it. Dog leather low boot. That's slightly disturbing. Large bronze low boot. I'm too lazy to melt those down, so I will sell them instead. I will sell the 106 green glass windows. And the extra spike and the extra corkscrew I have. What else can I sell? What's with all the dancing, 404? What's going on? Are you dancing with Bean? Is that what's happening? Okay. Just listen to Blind as a Lullaby. It's always been like the weirdest compliment ever to be like, I use your streams to fall asleep. It's like, so my streams are really boring. But no, I get it. I've used streams to do that before. It's been a while, but I have done it. Is this mostly just crafts? Yes. Arch sleek pale metal mask. Yeah, we can sell that. That's fine. How about this? That has a quiver in it. Don't think quivers are currently not allowed to be sold because I'm pretty sure that was a BIM law, but hope I ate some good food lately. I had oatmeal for breakfast. It tasted good. All right. It's time to try and resurrect some things. One of these being a lich. There's Cog. So usually here we dance when drinking industry gets played.
I meant to include it with this.
Well, thanks for the first resub in 18 minutes. Last one being from Kaz. Thank you very much. Appreciate you for the 10 months. Also, just as a reminder to anybody, if somebody here is planning on cheering bits today, do it in increments of 300 because then Twitch puts additional bits on top of it. An additional 30%. Starting at 300 and up. That's going to go until Monday. So we have today and tomorrow for that. Now we wait. For somebody to come here and pull this lever. Actually, I should lock this door. Okay, I'm going to promote this to higher priority because somebody needs to come here and do it. And Sitz wants you to post beers, chat. Thanks, Hoff, for the 5-pack of gift subs. Okay, so I think it's all done. So I need to, because they're no longer here. And I didn't actually see them leave. So I'm just going to kind of presume that it's done. So I will have to check like Murphist and whatnot. Also, seriously, thank you very much, Hoff, for the 5-pack of gift subs. I think it's the following weekend, next weekend, or maybe it's the weekend after, where Twitch gives extra gift subs for gift subs. So that's another thing to keep a small eye on, I'll say. Okay, we're up to the 25th, so... Murphist is up and alive again. Actually, let's just jump to the hospital, because they're probably all in the hospital. Okay, so Murphist... Stealth CT, who's now an undead necromancer. We have our first Lich. I'm just gonna say Lich, because they're undead. And we have Murphist, and then there's the child, which is just sad. The forever 16-year-old, where both of your parents are necromancers. I'm sure they're proud of you. Yeah, definitely. There you go, Kaz. See, you did the thing.
The Lich rises.
We also figured out last time that it makes starting hype trains a lot easier. The last time Twitch did this. How long have you been 17? But thanks for making Twitch cheer bits. Appreciate you. So we have our first Lich that I'm aware of. We may have multiple, but we also have some really upset dwarves, turns out. All of those birds have been moved in here. I'm just going to lock this. The next line is a while. It's true, yeah. Checks out. Okay, let's check something. Oh, shit, we got some crimes. Got some, what are these? Seems just to be normal, like somebody got mad and punched a bunch of dwarves. Okay. Vandalism. And the works. Use goblin cap logs for that, for the stairs, and do a singular brass floor. Seems like they're happy with up here. We can unforbid this. Time for great justice? Just justice. Justice doesn't have to be great. It's just justice in general. Okay, so they were able to build this door. So we can just kind of ignore this down here. This is continuing to flow. Oh. Duh. I have to allow the lava in. Because then this area down here is going to get an influx of such stuff. You know, actually something I could do is I could check up here. How much is this draining? Quite a bit. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to forbid the flow of this for a wee bit and then unforbid it later. And we'll let a bunch of it come gushing down all at once. Now let's follow Cog. do the trading. Oh shit, they brought trifle pewter, copper, zinc, black bronze, billin, pig iron. Some steel as well. Nice. I'm also going to grab the extra glass that they have. I'll buy some flasks, because why not? I'm going to buy all of the cloth that they brought. All of the bags that they brought. All of the chests that they brought. All of the bolts that they brought. All of the food that they brought. Because we need variety. All of the thread that they brought. All of the leggings that they brought. All of the cheese that they brought. The scrolls. The books. And the sheet. And I'm not going to give them... Looking for stuff I can use as gifts. Ah, the Wizard's Guide to Mortality is going to be the gift. Okay, so Oh, it's not enough value? Really? Oh my god. Sure. Okay, fine. Well, in that case, I won't buy the cheese. So I want to give them the Wizard's Guide to Mortality as a gift. Okay, so you can have that. Offer as gift. Excellent. You fixed your rocks drop problem? There you go. Thob, why your blood everywhere? Thob was found dead. Was Thob the criminal? Did I just... Yeah, okay, so... We convicted Thob as a criminal, and Salt Catraz went and... Whoop. We convicted Thob as a criminal, and I guess they were hanging out in the tavern. And the captain of the guard punched the engraver in the upper body with her right hand, bruising the muscle and shattering the right false ribs. And the captain of the guard punches the engraver in the lower body, bruising the muscle and bruising the stomach through the llama wool trousers, and said, "I finished up some work." That was satisfying. Satisfying, eh? Fortunately, no, the musical instrument there, the adag is not, in fact, stained. It's just that color normally. Now, okay, that's where the body ended up. I was kind of curious. Where's the captain of the guard? Do you actually feel satisfied after doing that? If so, holy shit, man. Afraid after experiencing trauma. Exhilarated after punishing somebody with a beating. Doesn't feel anything while at somebody's death. And is angry at while killing somebody. Well, I am the law indeed. Hello, Dominoc. How are you? Your dwarf is somehow not dead. But you did just witness somebody get shredded in the tavern for committing crimes. I don't think that dwarf deserves to come back because they're a criminal, so Thob can have a tomb. For a pink rock salt prison fort, yeah. And our necromancer can cease trading at Depot. It's kind of amazing, though, that, like, we didn't get... How do I put this? It's kind of amazing that we didn't end up with... Okay, what happened there? So it seems like we had a ghost attack something? Also, Onul, we need to deal with your body, I think. Lovely place to live. A little bit of, yeah, a bit of a mess. Really, though. Ah. Also, there's just a goblin zombie right there. Okay, well, we'll wait till the 5th. Actually, I think I can trade again, right? Yes. Yes, Cog is indeed a Baron of the Laborious Hollow, which is a cave that we took over, which was full of kobolds. Oh, there's the ghost. Good, good. I'll just give these as gifts. Do I have a YouTube channel? Yes. Okay, so that command used to do something different, Dominar. But my bot updated and seems to have overwritten it as a generic command, which I can't edit or change. I'm not a fan of that. And I thought I had that command disabled, but I guess I don't. Dear bot, please stop doing that. I don't like it. And Onul can go into one of these coffins for the mysteriously disappearing bodies. O-N-U-L. That, or I could try and resurrect him. What do you think, chat? Do I try to resurrect Onul, or do I put him into a tomb? What do you think? Onul isn't the criminal. The criminal is the one that's in the stairwell, or was in the stairwell over here, who's now dead. Onul is was one of my necromancers. Okay. Right. And I'm going to dump you and place a cage down here, which has a goblin in it. Pull this lever. And I'll wait until the 10th before sending them down there. Hoping that you can get some new clothing here, Dwarf. Or something. Oh, right. Right. Yeah, okay. Hopefully, I wonder if that'll make the ghost go away. I wonder if the fact that there's a ghost floating around is gonna affect this. I don't know. I don't actually. It might make him into an unintelligent undead, which is more of a curse. We'll see. I'm curious to see if it makes the ghost go away, though, regardless. Disco Dwarf Dork is brawling under the influence. Also, apparently there are one-humped camel skeletons on the surface. And we attracted no migrants this season. God fucking damn it, I wonder why. I certainly wouldn't want to be here. I'm going to remove you from other tasks again. Just kind of hope that he goes and claims clothing. Because there very much should be clothing available that he needs. Relieved after discussing his problems with an acquaintance. he just goes and hangs out up here. Okay. The Study of Resurrection. It's a book about a goblin coming back from the dead. Also, we're up to the 10th. Body down here. You can get linked. Can send you here. Can send you here. And we will follow Cog. And they're placing an item in Tomb. Okay. Give Havoc from YouTube a dwarf. Havoc from YouTube! You're getting a dwarf courtesy of Dominok. Havoc from YouTube is just like Jake from State Farm, right? What kind of dwarf would you like? Havoc. Do you have any preference in job? Preference in unlife or otherwise? Miner with a white beard. Well, there's... okay, let's see. I actually don't have that many miners because they keep dying. Let's give this dwarf a white, because he's got a white beard. Labash. Havoc. He has great trouble mastering fear when confronted by dangers, tends to avoid crowds, and finds obligations confining, though he is conflicted by this for more than one reason. He does not easily fall in love and rarely develops positive feelings and can occasionally lose focus on the matter at hand, is quite comfortable with others that have a different appearance or culture, and he tends to make a small mess with his own possessions. He doesn't mind a little tumult and discord in day-to-day living and does not easily hate or develop negative feelings. He does not often feel lustful and he is grateful when others help him out. He does not... He tries to return favors, and when he's trying to remember something, he often starts chewing his lips. He needs alcohol to get through the working day and is getting used to tragedy. He dreams of raising a family and personally dislikes cooperation and doesn't really see the point in working hard and doesn't think one way or another about leisure time and likes nickel silver and praise and muscle. Elfie's going for lunches. What's for lunchies? He likes gizzard stones, rings, and chickens for their scratching, and hags for the macabre ways and the words of the intricate lurk and the sound of the tenebrous embrace, and when possible prefers to consume cougar eel, and guava wine. Hates moon snails, though. Gizzard stones, yes. A thing that develops inside of a bird's gut. I need some water. Oh, this is interesting. You worship an elven force. Maybe that's why you have no friends. Which is kind of fascinating, actually. Also, you were a member of the National Nightmare, which is the goblin civilization that we are at war with. Huh. Interesting. That is fascinating. I'm going to... Am I just... Oh, I'm out of storage items. Just going to pause meals for a bit because I'm presuming I have too many. I have 1,378 prepared meals. I think that's probably... I have tiger brain roast. Lovely. I think that's probably enough. Once we have some space in those containers again, we'll do that, and let's follow Cog. Wrong cog. Actually, something I should do. I'm just going to go right here. Make a stockpile for just basically wearables. So let's just say all, none, wear. But nothing in the low quality range. Now let's follow cog. I like how he's just walking around with a book called The Study of Resurrection. The Were-Hyena Captain of the Guard. What? A large hyena twisted into humanoid form. It is crazed for blood and flesh, and its eyes glow violet. Its sepia hair is long and wavy. You will know why you fear the night. Yeah, indeed. Ghostly Engraver's been put to rest. I would say lock the door. Look at the population. Hasn't gone down or up. Hammerlord is named. So it fought with a bunch of my military. Because they were stationed. They're still stationed somewhere. So I guess they killed it? Shit. Oh boy, this could be bad. And is really scary. Well, no, that's only the 14th. They're connected. Okay. Let's pull this lever. Let's try to resurrect Onul. Sure. You sure it's nothing to worry about, eh? We've got a gigantic skinless serpent. It has a curling trunk and it undulates rhythmically. It says serpent that goes in both directions. Beware its poison sting. Okay, so let's watch this. Child pulls the lever. Was it not in fact connected? Jesus. Was not in fact connected. Well, shit. So there would have been multiple were creatures if it bit anything. So I'm going to have to go through its combat log on the 20th. I'm slightly terrified. Slightly. Oh, I see the problem. I can probably turn the burrow back on. That won't fix it, Jasper. Zombies can be were creatures. But no, I will run through its combat log if it's still there and check. Otherwise, we'll just keep a close eye out. Oh god, I screwed that up. Whoa! Okay, hold on a second. It's alive again, but its ghost is still here. And it has a ghost sprite. But I also don't see it on this side. All right, well, let's check. Ah, shit. So it died right here. Does it have anybody who's not his blood? So it fought with a pig. It's covered in pig's blood. It's covered with its own blood. How about your body? Pig blood, were hyena blood, were hyena blood, pig blood, were hyena blood, pig blood, pig blood, pig blood, pig blood, were hyena blood, pig. I think we're good. I think we're good. I think we're good. Yes, that's the name of the pig. Kel's Staffhammer is a pig. So that is the name of the pig. Anyone in the hospital? Just Bim? Got into a fight. Oh, Bim got into a fight with the goblin while we were resurrecting. And also Stealth CT, who's been in here for a while. Still needs a lot of treatment, like stitches and such. But I think they're working on it. Yeah, you're trying to stop the bleeding still. He's been in there for a bit. Yeah, can pigs become werehyenas? Nope, only intelligent creatures. Havoc might have gone Havoc. I mean, Havoc's still alive, I think. Let's just go to creatures, other. Just looking for ghosts. I do have a... I have some aquatic undead camels. Fun. Okay, let's also just unforbid all this shit. Let that stuff come inside. Yeah, and the pig's dead. I think we're just good. Oh yeah, the troglodyte, right. I think he might be dead. Yeah, I think he's dead. Ah. That would explain why he's dead. The lustful, the bloated abyss is kind of all up in here. And killed some troglodytes. I don't know if it moves much. I could drop a rock on it pretty easily. Actually, let's just do this. Very easily, actually. We'll let them do that. I can turn... Okay, the burrow is off. And Onul is... I think a necromancer? Although isn't listed as a necromancer, so maybe you lost your necromancer powers? I don't know. Anyway, we have this weird ghost zombie person. So hopefully that's not a problem. Also, something I should check, actually. I should check the status of my trash disposal. Seems to be working. So that's good. Yep. It's definitely working. Also, something got into a tussle with a magma crab? That's probably not good. Why don't we just start putting clear glass down here? Because that'll be nice. It'll just look cool. Maybe just along the back. I don't have much of it, but... Okay. Can magma crabs pull levers? No. Magma crabs actually don't have much in common with normal crabs. Surprisingly enough. You know, yeah, I will do this. Except I'm also going to... Yeah, we'll just let them do that for right now. You're binding a book? Oh. Guess we finally got another copy of A Wizard's Guide to Mortality. I'm going to set melt metal object, and I'm actually going to go here and just type in metal. Melt both of these. Melt all of these. Don't melt the pale metal helm. Melt that. And melt these. Which one's the forbidden one? Unforbid that. And I'm going to go to cog. Actually, let's just go to here and then go to cog. And say, can I make you wear that helmet, please? There you are. Wear the helmet. So he's going to wear a helmet and a crown. It's like trying to tell a balloon to stop bleeding. Yeah. Also going to go pick up equipment. I wonder what you're going to go pick up. Are you equipping new... Oh, wow, you are finally getting new clothes. Look at this. Shitty gloves. Excellent. I mean... Awesome. There's also a forbidden nose up there, which I didn't know about. Armor have no graphic? They're getting them slowly. I mean, artifact weapons show up on as part of gear now, which I think is a good halfway step, and they're working their way there. So it's one of those things that it'll get there. And when it gets there, it'll be better for everybody. I mean, you can see crutches now. Artifact weapons that have sprites do show up on soldiers now. Named items and weapons show up on soldiers now. So it's all just a process, and it's something that'll get done with time. 3 years, my God. J. Martin. Speaking of cage traps, which YouTube is talking about, I need to put those near that water shaft by the... Okay, so Onul's been laid to rest, apparently. So is the zombie Onul still here? Yeah. Well, they... Neat. We cloned somebody. Here I need to go doors and doors, and let's just say cage traps. Just 2. That'll allow them in here, and we can trim some of these fancy gems off the side just because who doesn't want some fancy gems? Apparently we saw raw adamantine down here somewhere. If I can find out where. Wonder if Ono will go visit his own grave when he needs a break. Wouldn't that be wild if he did? Like, feels pleasure near a fine gravestone or something. Content after putting on a superior item. Holy shit, nope, still hasn't cleared it. I'm going to, yeah, you are currently set to do no actual tasks. So he's just storing his own stuff. When he's done storing his own stuff, here's hoping that he will eventually go back to the tavern without me having to tell him to go to the tavern. What are you doing? Hanging out with the goblin corpses, are we? But here's hoping he will claim all the clothing that he needs and also go socialize again in a place where he can get drinks. Maybe I'm not making trousers. Is that the problem? Can ghosts interact in ways other than scaring people? Yeah, they can kill people. They can topple items. They can throw stuff. They can steal items. Which just unixists them. Basically, they can cause negative things. Also, I really like the pictures of the Gore Tusk mugs that are starting to show up on Discord. That's dope. You'll love to see it. Reading a book? Elves might help. What do you think about this kind of propaganda showing up in my fortress? There's cavern dwellers and rodent women blowgunners fighting with a cave toad, apparently. How seriously do you think this dwarf would take The Elves Might Help as a book? Asking for a friend. Squirrel Girl is the only one I know of. Well, I'll say this, because we could go ask them to trade with us. I could go find an elven faction and be like, hey, come trade with us. It's a joke book. It's like the book that you put on the back of the toilet. So what is the optimal size for a gate? Like 3 wide so the wagons can fit through, and anything bigger is just for coolness sake? I think Cog has taken The Elves Might Help very literally. And taking a peek around, there's a bunch of elves up here. Where's their biggest? Huh. Looking for one with a large population. I'm going to go demand tribute. The accrued Griffin Silkiness is the name of the accrued Griffin Silkiness. What a name. Goblin Forest treat of seared carmine. That is a lot of goblins. These ones are nice and close, so. Oh, these are all goblin. Let's go for this one. Eagle Castle. It's a good name for a tree. The Apes of Birth and of the Jaw of Outrage. I'm going to demand a one-time tribute. That's what we're going to do. How do you initiate trade? You demand a one-time tribute or an ongoing tribute. Ongoing tribute is harder, and they're more likely to refuse. If they refuse, there's a chance that they get a negative thought towards you, but usually come to trade with you anyway. And if they refuse badly enough, then you immediately just go to war with them. But it's pretty rare. Generally, I find when they refuse, it's just like, okay, they refused. Anyways. I'm also going to remove you as a scribe for right now, and we'll assign somebody else as a... Actually, Cog, I'm going to make you into a scholar instead of a scribe. And Rimtar. And where's Bim? And Bim can both be scribes. He refuses to? Yeah, no, it's kind of strange. It's genuinely bizarre. Although he did go claim new gloves, like became available not too long ago. Wait, diplomacy just popped up. He's also crying. Odd. On the 10th, we can do the diplomacy call. He's really enjoying this book. Purple text means they're really enjoying it. Bro is taking the vow of poverty. Clearly not, because he's greedy. Your liaison from the mountain homes meets... The Mayor English meets with the outpost liaison Iral. And they say, let's discuss your situation. You continue to impress. I come empowered to elevate this land in the eyes of our realm. And they say there's much to share. Information has been added to the Civilization and World Info. And I'm going to say... One second, I will catch up on chat in a moment. I'm going to say... Something I forgot about, actually, is the... Thread and cheese. I totally forgot about that cavern that I was mining around in. I got a little distracted by, you know, other things. Well, we got a little bit of magnetite out of it. Looking around for magnetite, magnetite. Also, Beastie here decided to fucking move. Man. How dare you? Not only that, but move to an area that I can't drop a thing on your head. Well, attack with that plan, I suppose. Well, I guess I'll just keep digging. So, you came across my content last week and got back into Dwarf Fortress, also reevaluating how you design forts. Rip your spare time. Hell yeah, welcome back. When did you stop, out of curiosity? I mean, endgame Dwarf Fortress is just Fashion Fortress. It's like Warframe. Also a lot of marble back here. Good colored rocks. Iron ore sources are always so small when you set them to rare. Well, there's some right there. That might actually be all of it, though. Can also just smooth and fortify this when we get there. Actually, here, we'll just smooth and fortify this. Well, not. Oh, yeah. It'll be fine. Alrighty, Cog. How you doing here? And, you've had RimWorld colonists refuse to use a bed until they become adults. Eventually, you just give up on them and collapse where they may. Yeah, well, RimWorld colonists are significantly dumber than dwarves, though. Dwarves will ignore the player's orders if they really need to, whereas... like, RimWorld colonists won't. That designated mining will be fun. You made me think that... Now you make me think that I, like, accidentally designated too much. And they're gonna dig out. Which is a problem. Now you're pondering diseases. You know... I'm just going to do this for a minute. I'm going to delete the library. I realize that's rude to this dwarf who was just enjoying reading his books. But I need him to go do not library things. So, dude, go do not library things. Preferably maybe go get some clothing if you can. You know. Whoa! I've never seen that before. He is interested after viewing his artifact in a personal museum. Also, the frame rate went down to 5. There's no combat happening. Yet. All the dwarves have left the map, so it's not that. Chat, can I have permission to pause to try and figure out what's causing this? It's not the first time, and I've solved it the first time. Save the game streamer? That's rude. No? Okay, fine. I mean, it's you guys that suffer, not me. I don't have any doors connected to levers, YouTube chat. It's chat that suffers. I'm indifferent here. Let's try turning this on. Stupid fruit fly. There you go. It's probably the digging I was doing. You were just, what does you're being obtuse saying? You said no. I asked if I could do a thing, it was a yes or no question, and you said no. How's that being obtuse? Unless you're shouting, no, in which case, I don't know. Can't help you, dude. I just sent an email to a PR company about, no, I don't do sponsored content. So I just wanted to take this as a reminder to just say, hey, chat, I don't do sponsored content, which means I'm entirely crowdfunded. And right now, at least on Twitch, if you cheer 300 bits or more, Twitch adds 30%. Just saying. So you guys don't need to watch me play games that you don't want to watch me play. And I don't need to play games I don't want to play because you guys keep me funded. So thank you. Since when do you make the rules, Fragga? I mean, anybody's allowed to be obtuse. It's just confusing. Terrified while in conflict. With what? Oh. Well, we are infinitely resurrecting a troglodyte. Although he is satisfied upon improving wrestling. He's killed it twice, apparently. It's literally just this troglodyte. This is fine. So I suppose I did dig into those caves, hey? We've now named a Warhammer because of this. It's still coming back to life repeatedly. Are we injured? Nope. But you do need to clean yourself. And he goes and checks his tomb. My diagnoser was found dead. Making sure there's nothing dangerous in there. Amber Dragon, the engraver, was found dead. Who... Okay, so... Ah. There's a forgotten beast in the fort. Moses, the dwarven child, has been found dead. We're on the 20th. Is there still a forgotten beast in the fort? Not that I'm seeing. Did they kill it? All right, kid, did you kill a forgotten beast? No. Fortunately, it's dead and not a zombie. So, where did I dig into it? Did I unlock this door? I think a ghost unlocked my door, chat. Did somebody really have seeing a wagon die negative thought? Because I haven't seen that since version 47. Sorry it was you. Got it. Thanks, Haas. Appreciate you for admitting. Now please stand underneath this oddly shaped drawbridge. No? Well, then why did you admit it? How you doing, Haas? It's good to see you. Okay, well, let's go here. I'm just gonna not wall off right here. Actually, it's too far away. Let's do right here instead. Less to work on. Actually, let's do this side here. Excuse me. Just hazing around. I know the feels. Guess that's as deep as I can go for right now. And then I just need to block off basically this. That should have us clear-ish for right now. Okay. Let's also change the burrow to just down here, basically, just to allow the areas that I'm building into. Right up to there. And all of that. And just make sure that everybody's in it. And let's follow Cog. And also, what's the name of this dwarf? This was Amber Dragon. Let's try and resurrect Amber. Oh, Jesus. This area's a bit too miasma-y. Yuck. I think I'm just going to let Amber rest. We'll give her a tomb. That's a lot of dwarves in that coffin right there. Or in the hospital right there. Cog is giving stitches. Mate, go get some new pants. Like, I realize you don't seem to like getting clothing, but adamantine stitches? I'd have to dig some. Expensive stitches. Fortunately, when the dwarf dies, they can be reused. That mined out area has a breach, you think, but the door was the main culprit? Yeah. Well, I mean, I can't check it now. I can check it in 4 days, but it's kind of wild to me that the door got destroyed by something. It has to have been a ghost, because I do know ghosts can open locked doors. And we've had a few ghosts on and off, so wouldn't surprise me too much if it was in fact a ghost. Clothes aren't for him? Well, that's not true. That's factually incorrect. This is a management problem that I need to solve. So, I mean, like, you can say that all you want, Jasper Crow, but that's literally not how the game works mechanically. So this is purely headcanon and not even remotely factual. Also, if I'm going to do something out of adamantine, Haas, I would do, like, splints or crutches out of adamantine. Purely because who doesn't want to just get fucking blinged out to all hell and back? You know, when they go to the hospital. Like, who doesn't want that? I mean, I do. I think that'd be pretty dope, actually. All right. Ad break is done. I can now unpause game. Don't I have a free tomb here? There you go. You can have a coffin in your tomb. I also need to unforbid a bunch of stuff, so let's just wait. Like, hope he goes up a level? Like, maybe go up a level, dude. Maybe go up a level. Okay, that's where I wanted you to be. There we go. Can unforbid all this. Why are we following this dwarf? Exclamation point goal. It's also why this fort is partially falling apart. It's because we're only following this dwarf. But chat, you guys want to explain to Acquisitipo why we are only following one dwarf? Or help out with the command, you know? Something along those lines? Just a little over 2 years left, yes. Which means I need time to pass pretty quick here. Okay, we're up to the 25th. Oh. I'll bet you the Mountain Home ain't too happy with me about this. Looks like that attack happened while they were still here. Huh. That's not good. Does this have a breach in it? No, it doesn't. It was literally just the door that was the culprit. That's kind of nutty. Also, looks like we are sealed, so I can unforbid this now. Turn off the burrow again. And I need to build this up. But it does fortunately mean that we can just dig through this. Okay. Let's just hack down all the trees in this layer. That Forgotten Beast killed a gremlin. You know? The gremlin might have opened the door. Because look what's dead right here. It wasn't a ghost that opened the door. It was a gremlin. That opened the door. So the creature, the Forgotten Beast, was sitting here. Gremlin came in this way, opened the door, got immediately killed or got into a fight with Amber Dragon, Forgotten Beast killed Amber Dragon, and then she ended up dead over here. And then all hell broke loose. So it was a gremlin that opened the door. Because gremlins can open, you know, doors that are locked. Well, I'm glad I solved that mystery. I'm just going to assign tombs to the dwarves that died. I need a fourth one, although I think I already assigned Amber to one. I think I did. Yes, you do have a grave, so this one can be Alath? Alas. Right, that was... Okay, so it can be Toulon. I'm reading this wrong. Toulon? And then O-N-G. And who's the last one? Moses. A lot of Moseses. Ah, it's a child. Well, that's a shame. And I can unstation these two squads. And we can see how that demand for tribute went. Because gremlins are expert lockpickers. So let's see, did we just start a war? We received treasure from the Apes of Birth in Eagle Castle. So it was successful. What did we get? Papaya wood bucket, an orange wood crutch, and a willow splint. They gave us hospital stuff. How nice of them. Do gremlins act randomly, or do they set a path and will go through as many locked doors as they need to go through? Goblins have one goal, or two goals. Open doors and pull levers, and run away from combat. Is basically their behaviors. So they enter the map, they go straight to the first door that's locked, open it, which doesn't matter. They can open any door, even an artifact. Then they run straight to the next lever, whatever's closest. They just go from location to location to location to location to location, pull levers at random, and open doors. They're designed to fuck with you. And my favorite part about gremlins is that they cannot be removed from the game because they are almost bugged into the code. Basically, they're literally a gremlin in the code, is the way I understand it. So the clothing is just getting claimed so fast that it almost doesn't matter. I'm going to make... Ooh, actually, I'm going to make some stairs going up to the top of this. And we're going to make more workshops up here. Let's use Gabbro. Follow. Actually, let's go down here. Check this real quick. I think we should reopen this. And then we follow Cog, who's getting kind of upset. The load-bearing coconut of this code, I don't understand what that means. But Gremlin's behavior hasn't changed since the very first 2D versions of the game. Aside from the fact that they wander in from the edge of the map now and have limited populations, and instead of just popping out of wells at random. And Tarn hasn't been able to change them or change their behaviors because they're so heavily baked into the code and other systems that they would break portions of the game. The Lion Coven now requires a temple and a priest. Okay. They know the spell Knock? Well, I mean, they can do what adventurers can do. Hold on. Okay, so turning the burrow off right now makes the frame rate drop to 0. It's a little bit concerning. That's really concerning. Also, do I have crimes? Oh, shit. Okay. Disco Dwarf Dork committed a bunch of crimes, so I'm going to convict him. So expect Disco Dwarf Dork to show up dead in a moment. Possibly. Yeah, that's why I'm going uh-oh as well. Because it's like, where are they trying to get to? Maybe not dead. Seems like our necromancer is now leading engraving demonstrations again. All right, since game's saving, I will be right back. I'm gonna go put my mug into the sink and use the toilet. Actually, it's just this one necromancer that loves engraving. There's literally only 2 dwarves in the fort that are allowed to engrave. And they're both legendary.
Cheese for everyone.
Yes, they're both legendary cheese. Some game, you can't remember which one, but it has a random PNG of a coconut, and if you remove it, it seemingly does nothing, but it breaks the game. Oh, I've heard of this! The load bear... Yeah, okay. I have in fact heard of this. We're waiting for the 5th. Have you had any, like, formative thoughts recently? It's uneasy dwelling upon experiencing trauma and learn to value harmony. Okay. So the most recent thing that really happened was he learned to value harmony. But he's now dwelling on the fact that he hasn't acquired an item for so long. Also, he's a count now, which is funny. Also, hello, Ranger Rick. How are you? Today is the final day of this here fortress. Still close friends with Bim, though, so that's good. Ah, shit, I missed the 5th. Crap. Hey. This game is just systems on top of systems. Yep. And it's shocking when they don't work. Count Cog the Cold. I wish he had a full title, but he doesn't. I guess because he only killed a troglodyte twice. Well, currently it's not actually a library. I disabled it because it was causing too much distraction, but I can remake it and tell you. It's called the House of Death, and it has 166 objects written in it, including copies. Which is kind of a lot, if you ask me. Okay, so we are now on to... Oh, what? Oh, shit, I need to make him a nicer bedroom. Is your dwarf a necromancer now? I think your dwarf is an undead now. Yeah, you're a lich. So you're a zombified necromancer. Because you were a necromancer, but you died, and then I resurrected you? Have dwarves been put in tombs? Nope. All those jobs are done. Okay, I need to go check out the settings on my refuse stockpile, or see if it's... okay, so it is working, it's just really slow. I get it. I think I'll just allow bones as well, just not allow shells. Okay, you need to not have bins. Ranger Rick, what kind of dwarf would you like? Okay, I actually, I need to try this. I need to try this for science. I really actually do need to try this. Can I resurrect an intelligent undead gremlin? Before it rots completely. That's the question. Although it might currently be set as, like, forbidden or to be dumped, so I have to remove that if it is. Nope. I just need to find it in the list. Okay, how come you're not in the list? Is it not considered a corpse? What? The hell? It wasn't there? Okay, hold on. I'm just living up to my username right now. Don't mind me. See, I see the giant cave spider. I see the... I'm looking for that gremlin. Like, I just see the magma crabs. But it shouldn't be a skeleton just yet. But, like, this is far too far back for it. It would... Okay, I can't scroll this one slowly. I think you maybe didn't see it. Yeah, I think you saw something else. And, like, because they're in order of, like, when they die. It was rotten. It doesn't matter if it's rotten. I mean... No, you can't. Just corpse. It's the only word that you can search by. Because it would be on this first page. Because it died slightly before Alas, so it should be like right here. Weird. Are they considered refuse? I don't think refuse exists on this screen. It's just body parts and corpses. But it's not a body part. And there is no refuse here. I don't think. I could check. Maybe remains? Nope. Weird. It's not a bug, it's a gremlin. Come on. Clearly a gremlin isn't an insect. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go into full-on emergency mode. I'm going to do this. I'm going to go new order, add new work detail. Body, get rid of. Okay, and it's going to be, go down to hauling. Burial, refuse, water hauling. And I'm only going to allow orderlies and this. Everything else is going to be set to nobody does this. Now we follow Cog. Oh, and also check. Yes. Welcome back, Elfie. I just found out that you can't put the corpse of a gremlin on a pedestal for reasons. Which is weird. Like, kind of really weird. Also, Ranger Rick, you wanted a dwarf. I'll just give you a dwarf. What kind of dwarf do you want? I'm just so flabbergasted about it. You wanted a bearded weaponsmith or a ranger? I don't think I have any rangers. I do have Mark's dwarves. Which would be this squad. Do that work for users? What do you think? Okay. Ranger Rick is prone to hatred and often develops negative feelings. It generally finds himself to be quite hopeful about the future and is not particularly ambitious. He tends to hang on to grievances and he often acts with compassion. He is conflicted by this since he dislikes these tendencies as he considers these tendencies an impotent from the quest for power. He has a greedy streak and he tends to be a little wasteful when working on projects and he enjoys the company of others. He tries to avoid any physical confrontations and he works to square his natural tendency with his respective martial prowess. He needs alcohol to get through the working day and he does not mind being outdoors at least for a time. And he dreams of crafting a masterwork someday and personally deeply dislikes competition and thinks there is something deeply wrong with people that persevere through adversity, values romance, respects power, and values peace over war and doesn't care if others take the time to master skills and doesn't feel strongly about the law. He likes obsidian, bronze, red flash opal, mongoose parchment, the color blue, and gems. Picks and high boots and boogeymen for their terror-inspiring antics, and bloated tubers for their stout shape and the words of the mauve fragrance, and when possible prefers to consume tiger and mango wine, and absolutely hates snails. Also about him, you're a member of the Copper Fellowship, you worship Avuz, and you have quite a few friends in the fort, except for Bone Dolphin, who died, was your best friend. You're wearing a sandal for some stupid reason. And we're going to follow Cog until the 15th. If I can zoom out. We'll work on that once we hit the 15th. I also need to see how many people are dumping stuff on the 15th. All right, well, maybe I'll remove everything from dumping then. This child sprite looks kind of broken. Just looks like a mess of pixels. Dwarves reading books. It's a really good sandal? No, it's not. It's very tattered, actually. Well, sandals are a specific type of clothing, right? So now they're going to look for sandals specifically. A forgotten beast with webs has arrived named Spot Thrib Bittrack. Be a shame if it were to get into my fort. I wonder. Does this still break the frame rate? Doesn't seem to. All right, I will leave that off. And the 15... Oh, nope. Does still break the frame. Why? I'm fascinated by how turning this burrow off wrecks the frame rate. It's fascinating. I would love to know what is causing that. Pick up equipment, canceled path, reason 52. Okay, so Zon had 52 cancels of trying to pick up equipment. Where is Zon? Okay, so is anybody dumping item? That's the other question. No. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm just gonna...
Boo one saw www cheered. X 330.
Oh boy.
Hong Kong 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 Kong.
Thank you for your contribution. I appreciate you. Definitely. Thank you very much for $3.33 making Twitch cheer some monies too. Appreciate you, mate. I think actually I will just turn on haulers for everybody and just get rid of this. Let's do it this way. Oh, the other thing I need to check.
Baby Blue Ford cheered. X 145. Have some more. Crypt beer.
Thanks for the $1.45. Appreciate you. For those unaware, if you wanted to force Twitch to throw extra bits, you have to... what's the word? Oh. Maybe it's this. You have to cheer in a minimum of 300 for Twitch to throw extra bits on top.
Murphist cheered. X 440. Hong Kong.
Okay. Thanks, Murphist, for the $4.40. Appreciate you. That's almost a hype train, which should be the first of the stream. Is this set as public? Yeah, let's just say only guild members can visit. I realize there's 76 guild members, but...
Hong Kong, Hong Kong.
Welcome back, Bonesaw. And thank you very much for the $5. I mean, you've been around the last 2 streams for some reason. Loves a lot, so thank you for that. The $5. And Darren, thanks for the for the $5 as well.
I have not been around, but here you go. Keep up the good work.
Why are there trogs? They are intelligent undead troglodytes. That's why. I swear this is like the source of a lot of inefficiencies in this fortress.
Darren _Sullivan cheered. X 500.
Since the burrow's still on, why don't I just... see what that does.
Twitch cheered. X 100. We added 50 bits and 50 bonus bits to Darren _Sullivan's cheer.
Thank you, Darren. Appreciate you. You haven't had troglodytes in your last fort? It's probably, air quotes, probably, thanks to, it's accepting after the delayed punishment of a criminal. That's new. It's probably because there's too many entities in the map already. I think, I could be wrong, per layer, per 4 tiles, you can have 3 types of units on a map at a time. So that's the surface, that's the caverns, each cavern layer. Hell has different rules. And also the lava sea. So if you have amphibian men mounted on cave toads and giant olms, that's your 3 types of creatures. So part of the reason I nerf the cavern creatures down into oblivion is so that I get troglodytes and trolls and other things. Otherwise, you just don't see them because you get cave creatures with mounts and then they're gone. Nothing else appears. That's my assumption and a guess. I don't actually know if that's correct. But he learned to value the law because of a delayed punishment against a criminal. That's funny. Okay, so is anybody dumping items? Is anybody... It's like none of this is getting dealt with. Let's check my refuse rules. Okay, I'm just gonna go back into here and then just undump all this. I'm having... Every now and again, I just run into problems with, like, everything just needing to be hauled, even though it doesn't need to be hauled. Let's go here to there. Remove that. And then I'm going to go up to this, and I'm going to say... Clother. Make you out of clear glass. Why not? Purple Izimi, thank you very much for the 14th month. Welcome back. Whew, okay. Thank you very much for the hype train, everybody. And thanks for making Twitch throw bonus bits. Because we'll only have 2 streams while that event is active. So it'll be today and tomorrow. Let's follow Cog. This doesn't seem to... They just seem to ignore the burrow when I removed it from here, so whatever. But let's see if I can turn this off again. Maybe it's the mass item dumping that was causing the frame rate to tank. It is certainly slowing down. You're drinking a Red Bull out of your Gore-Tusk mug right now? That's oddly suiting. Oddly fitting. All right, I'm pretty tired of this engraving guild, but I don't really want to make all of them upset. Thanks for the $21.25 in bits and the 2 subscriptions, chat. Steady's going to go read Untitled. Well, at least he's finally done teaching stuff. It does just distract so many dwarves. I think I'm just going to... The Ron is purging. I will just nuke out the default tavern for a bit because I need all those dwarves to go do jobs such as get rid of stuff. So turning the burrow off does seem to hurt the frame rate a little bit. Oh, there it goes again. Okay, so what is happening? Needs written on choir. I'm Just gonna pause the game so I can fix this. I need to go into the bind book job. Let's see if let's try killing that. Let's try getting rid of that job. Dwarves need real jobs these days? Yeah. Oops. Oh. Are you the problem? Adil? So there's a gremlin skeleton in here. Well, I'd say it's too late for this. I'm just gonna toss it. It was a funny idea, but... yeah, it's not gonna happen. Also in an ad break. We tried, yeah. Well, I mean, I could still bring it back, but it would only be aggro, which I don't really want to do. I am in an ad break on Twitch, but I'm just gonna see if I can make cabinets, which clearly I can't. Yeah, I am super confused by these stockpiles. As I thought that I had a functioning... okay, so... is there literally just that many things down here? Like... yeah, there's literally just that many items down here. Build more wheelbarrows. Wheelbarrows don't actually speed up this process. They just limit the number of jobs. And because these are all corpses, I don't want them using wheelbarrows.
Lanix 7 cheered. X100. I got the mug today blind.
Seems like everybody's getting the mug
Tusk
right
was
now.
Sick as hell on my desk while
Thanks
I'm
for the $1. Appreciate you. Yeah, no, so that didn't do it. It's not the bind book job, that's for sure. Although it just started going up again. Maybe it was the bind book job. Let's see if it goes back down again. So yeah, I think it's that dwarf. That dwarf that's stuck in the caverns. So what I can do, because I can pause again. What I can do is I could let him in. Put a door here. Cut out this. And we can let him in. I could... yeah. I guess that's pretty much the only option I have. So let's just presume it's that dwarf that's stuck outside. Let's just presume. And see if we're back into a state of this functioning by the 5th. Next month. Hey, chat, can I get a big round of beers for the hype train as well as Lanix? And also, Zacher seems to have very, very, very high dodging skills. If anybody wants to gift a sub, I recommend gifting a sub to Zacher. But yeah, I'm waiting for my Vile Force of Mugnus to arrive. I'm presuming that eventually this dwarf will stop reading when they run out of books. I'm actually going to just take you off of being a ponderer as well. Giant earthworm. Damn, you don't see those very often. Speaking of rare... hold on. Is it still alive? I want to see it. If it is still... wow, it is still alive. Sorry, I realize I'm breaking my own rule. But you don't see giant earthworms too often. Fucking look at this dude. Look at it. All right. Okay, back to Cog. I don't even know where this skeleton came from. Okay, so dumping seems to make those jobs work. Trying to see. Okay, I can't click those now. On to the first. Turns out it's hard to click body parts. Okay, that's getting done now. Allegedly. Turns out it's hard to click body parts while the screen is moving. Fortunately, they're just troglodytes. That is disturbing, Alfie. What is that? Oh no, I did click on the right thing, but then I lost it. Discussing problems with a friend. Lycott, probably? Seems like it. Nope. No, you didn't. Was that just remembering discussing problems with a friend? Oh, no, sorry, acquaintance. The friend must have already left. We're almost to the 5th. You're picking up equipment, are you? Now we're at the 5th. Let's go back down to those caves. Wow, they didn't do it yet. Oh, right. Probably because I have no mine set to nobody, right? There we go. We are still making yarn robes. We have a bunch more cloth stuff happening now. And you know what? Let's allow lower quality stuff in here. Anything above standard we'll allow in there. He's been crying on and off for a while. I mean, he's not happy. He's in the down blinking red arrow area. Anxious upon dwelling upon he's anxious dwelling upon pondering. I was thinking about this the other day and I'm upset about it. Uh-huh. Awesome. At least he got some new socks. He's putting his old socks away. Probably from somebody who just died. Great. Why is there a llama there? Yeah. Glass floors are just transparent. They're not actually any different safety-wise. Okay, well, at least you've had something to drink. Which still needs empty food storage items. I should start crafting rock pots. Goslings have hatched. We've got baby geese again. Okay, well, I'm going to go make a temple to the lined coven on the 10th. That's something else we need to do. And hopefully these dwarves will just dance a whole bunch and make their sadness go away a little bit. It is winter. I too be sad thinking about the birds leaving for winter. Really? That's the thing that makes you sad? I think it, like, they're just going to their, like, vacation homes. I think that they're winning in reality. Well, at the bright side, we're collecting webs again. So don't I have another collect sand job? I do. I'll just make 2 so that they repeat a little bit. This ain't flowing fast enough. I think what I'm going to do is this. I'm going to go to the top of this. And I'm going to forbid this. Because this is another possible culprit here. And then we're going to go all the way down. Nope, not all the way down. All the way up, actually. To this cavern layer right here.